Station.
Yeah.
We're going hard, man. It's no joke. This is real deal. If you want to learn how to pick up chicks, this is the stream for you. That's heaps better, man.
There we go.
Now we're actually, we can see everything.
Oh wow,
That's so much better.
so nice.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to set up a multiplayer game. See, that looks a bit grubby for me now, but
The halo?
just the picture looks a bit lifted. Oh, it looks alright. Are you just doing a campaign?
I'll sit continue, yeah, I'll see what it does.
Right, can we do a quick intro to this segment?
1 sec, man. Let me I was actually saying, let's just I want to get everyone set up so that way we're not wasting your time. Let's see, I'm going to do multiplayer. I'm going to do friends. I've got to wait for Marcus to get signed in. I can invite him in. Let's see. What are you running here? Have you set the Xbox up?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's 4K 20. So your HDR is disabled. What do you want?
So I want HDR10?
Yeah. Do we turn Dolby Vision for gaming off, Marcus? I think we just stay in HDR10 today. So
Yeah.
You have to close this now.
So what's HDR10?
Did you calibrate?
I just plugged it in and...
That's mad. Yeah, HDR10, UHD FreeSync. Uses Dolby Audio too, Marcus. No, oh my god. So I go to 0, and I usually go to 10, but you grade it differently.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. 1500 and then Eclipse. That's not too bad.
So I'm going brighter. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So let's see. Now should I hang on? You can actually kick in HDR10.
That looks really nice to me.
It's not a bad picture. So
What's happening now?
HDR10 FreeSync Premium. It's pretty good, man. Big sun on the back. Not that. I'm gonna see if I can create a session and get everyone in. So you're online. Alright, I'll send you guys invites. So we'll just do how do you create a private custom game? There it is. Create
Still tells me
match.
go here instead.
So
The right one, I think.
launches the game again. Yeah, that's the one you want.
Oh,
Yeah, now you can do it. So we're gonna do map.
so which one looks the best?
Yeah, that looks nice
This
too.
looks nice now.
Which one? The high senses.
Yeah. This picture was really good.
You got Dolby Vision on. Do you want to just go to HDR10 so they're all the same, Marcus?
This, yeah.
Yeah, crack that. So, Damien's in the lobby. So what we'll do...
So should we talk about these video game settings or not?
No, I just want to get them all kind of default settings, do a basic Xbox calibration. So running all HDR10, and then just get them in the game and let's just play and we'll see which ones we like. You should have an invite from me, Marcus. Is that bullshit? Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
It's just it's a certain sound profile where you need to have like quite a lot of speakers to achieve it, and it's just a marketing thing. It's silly. What's BUGT? What's Bart? Your clan? Maybe.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, man. Score a win, 12 minutes. How do I? Oh, you can do like a local offline. That's cool. Mode editor. Okay. And then how do I change this?
It looks pretty good at the moment.
It doesn't look bad, man. I'm just trying to figure out how do I change the map details. Lobby options. Visibility. Mode editor. Slayer. I'm gonna change the let's just play. Alright. It's gonna be interesting.
It's so different, you know, because
Very
this is the same picture as this.
Yeah.
This is so bright here, and here is so dark.
The colours look oversaturated on the fucking.
The text looks a bit green on this one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is very oversaturated.
Oh, but I'm only getting 60 FPS here. Why?
Oh yeah, it's loud.
Why? Do you want to turn on your FPS counter, Marcus? That's very interesting. Oh, it could be a game setting. Video, there it is, target frame rate 120. Ah, much better. Yeah.
No, I can, anyway, I can just use 60 or 30.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Wow.
Is this not 120?
When you play 120, that looks like 30 to me.
This looks
That
so
looks 30 to you.
This looks so bad.
It looks so
That looks
bad.
good to me.
Yeah.
How's that look bad?
Right,
Yeah, look at this, you
Damon,
can't even
come over
read
here,
this.
stand up where I am.
Yes.
Alright, what I want you to do, grab this control and play this TV, right? Just run around for a few minutes, and then I'm going to get you to grab
Then you get
Marcus's
this
controller. So just run around, look around, like, you know, yeah, just, I want you to do that for a minute. And then you're going to grab Marcus' controller, and you're going to see the difference. This will be interesting.
So input lag is not even bad, you know? That's not...
Yeah. That stands out like a nightmare to me. Like that 60 looks like 30 next to 120 to me.
This is very good.
That's crazy. Alright, so you're getting used to the feel. Do you want to pass the controller, Marcus?
Just
Grab
this.
that one, swap to that TV now.
Wow, okay.
Can you feel
I
it?
just feel it. Seems slower.
Like it's just, it's
It's
not,
jerkier.
it's jerky. See, and the picture's blurry because there's less information.
Now I can
Oh,
tell the
this is so
difference
much
between
better.
this is 30
That's
FPS.
60.
60.
But I'm just saying the difference is so significant. So it's more like when you're running in a straight line, you don't notice it. It's more when you're looking around, if you're aiming. So I'm going to try and fight you. So I'm behind you now. So let's have a fight. Ooh, someone got me. And then play on this, and then we'll go swap to 120 in a sec.
So it's 60 right now. Viewers up for the PlayStation or the Xbox, just to let everyone know.
Out of ammo. Shit.
Seems actually pretty good, isn't it? This Halo game.
I'm out of ammo. Go away.
Oh, is that you?
I'm gonna change my bloody gun here. Oh.
I'm drinking serious.
You're playing on this one?
Yeah. The Halo King. That's why I got all the girls. They see my rank.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Alright.
the Hisense is limited to 60 FPS.
Correct, it's a 60 FPS display.
So I've got a 60 FPS Hisense that's old, 60 years old.
Alright, Marcus, swap with me.
I don't want to.
Is it worth upgrading a TV if I've already got an L budget TV?
I think if you've got a console that does 4K 120. Alright, now swap to this one.
Sorry, can we have you guys on the couch actually?
Oh
Yeah, I forgot to do
This is
yeah.
not
yeah.
good.
Feel the difference?
This is good.
It's nice.
Can you? But
This
I want
is-
you to like see if you can legit.
I can feel it. The picture looks better too.
It's just more colourful, but it's more when you look around, you see that
So
smoothness.
this is already 120.
Yeah, you can see in the top right hand corner it's got a 120 FPS count. So
But it's not as good as this one.
yeah.
This is more blurry.
Hey, you cheeky bugger!
What I mean,
What's
I'm
going
so
on?
happy here.
It's not right, man.
okay, I like it in the
Man,
front.
I actually will say it is a lot easier to aim on the other TVs.
I like this Telefunken. It's
Oh.
better than the Hisense.
Oh.
In gaming so far,
100%.
but that's got to do with
Frame rate.
smaller frame rate. But it's a smaller TV.
It doesn't matter, even if it was 65, it wouldn't make a difference. Oh, you got me. See?
What if I had a Hisense 55 inch?
I don't think the size is going to make much of a difference. It's,
No.
it's the speed of the panel, so to speak.
Well, because you're going bigger with the Hisense, you're losing the.
No, not necessarily. It's like, you know, I've got the 83 inch OLED, and that's a 4K 120 display.
This is no. That's actually the winner so far.
This Telefunken actually looks pretty damn good, man. Like,
Why does it take so long time to actually? Did you set the controls down?
I'd love to just see, because obviously, like, I'm attracted to the Telefunken because it's a bit more saturated in colour, but
Someone's at the front door.
just trying to see, like, what do you think's more natural, the TCL?
I could play on this all day. Like this.
It's not a bad display for like.
I mean, this is all way oversaturated, but come on, we're playing games,
It
so
looks-
you know
who cares?
it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. This looks a little bit dull, to be honest.
Yeah, that washed out.
That's-
This
yeah.
one on the left might be more
Colors missing.
accurate, but like for gaming, it shouldn't matter. This one I feel like this feels a lot better.
It does.
Yeah.
Now swap back to this one, man. I want you to like see if you can really start feeling the Hisense.
The Hisense 60 Hz quality.
Look around.
Oh shit.
That's nuts.
Is it slower or is it the person's settings? I think it's.
No, so first of all, it's 60 Hz just, okay? And 60 FPS, of course. So we have here 120 Hz, 120 frames. I don't know if it looks like it's really stable 120 FPS. Even on the
Yes,
X,
it's
on the
locked,
S.
man.
So this makes a big difference. And probably, I would actually say that the panel here is also a little bit better than this one.
It looks like it's quite like there doesn't seem to be the panel uniformity looks pretty good. That was close.
Where are you going, huh? There you
Alright, what?
are.
Oh. Alright, just if we could stop shooting each other for a minute. If
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can all meet in the middle,
Yes.
and let's
We look at the
we
picture.
can kind of look at the same thing
So
on the
where's the
same
middle?
video. So meet in the middle where we are. So if you want to look at, say, Damien, try to match what I'm looking at on my TV. So it's to your left. Yeah.
See the middle?
So
Yes.
what I want you to do now is just kind of go like either like around like that. Just do circles.
Shit, look at this. This is not
It looks
nice.
slower.
Can you see like you're getting more like so? I'm just thinking like if you try with like just quickly swapping controls, you just look at it and move around just without moving the character. Just look around and look and see and look at both TVs just by looking if you can feel a difference or not. Or is it like you got to move quickly, like kind of rapidly, But like look around the map here, you don't have to look just at that sign, but
The colours look better on that right one, but is that?
it's just more saturated.
It
But I'm
seems
trying
faster.
to
The
see
speed looks quicker. But is that
it's
because of the?
smoother because there's more frames. So basically what I'm trying to explain is like when we say frames per second, think of it like pictures. So that TV is drawing 60 pictures a second and this one's drawing 120. So it has double the amount of pictures that you're seeing. So when you move really quickly, that's why it feels smoother because you're getting more images in that same movement. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so this one looks a bit more clunky on the high
It's,
sense.
yeah, it's jerky and the image doesn't look so smooth. But when you look around there, that's really, really smooth. So like that's the main difference. For me, like I can see it night or day. But after playing with something like that, going back to a 30 or 60 FPS panel, it's a nightmare. See like how the text isn't legible when you move really quickly left and right, where it says ammo, like on the bottom left there. See where the grenade is?
Mm-hmm.
So see it says ammo. So if you go left and right really quickly, see the text isn't really legible because it's hard.
Yes.
If you do the same thing over here, you're further
Oh,
away.
yeah, it's a lot better.
It's a lot better because it's not as blurry when you're moving. So that's pretty cool. Like I think what we might do is we'll break for lunch and then we'll come back in and we'll try and dial these TVs in to get them a little bit closer because that TCL looks like junk.
Yeah.
And that's the most expensive TV.
That looks bright, doesn't it? It looks very. And the telephone comes so far, so I think at the top of the list for gaming.
Man, this
Yeah,
thing
this is so good. What's half price?
that's
$700 under $700.
for a TV that's going to game like that. That's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, I was worried about the scale of this one. It might be at 144, but like the response time is usually the compromise, but not. What's measured here? Is this like a render time of the frames? Frame time?
No, that's just the ping time to the server.
Oh, that's ping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can kind of back it out. If you're getting 120 FPS loft, you can basically 120 divided by 60. That's your frame time. So are you Dolby Vision there, Marcus?
I'm not sure. Just this looks awful, Justin.
Yeah, I think you have to quit the game and go back in if you do that though. But alright, we'll
Come back.
yeah. Alright. Yeah. Alright, I'll go see what's going on with the food and we'll have a quick break and we'll get to the back end of it.
Sounds good. Oh my. I thought the TCL is good, but
Where's up, chat?
See, this has dimmed already. No, this is interesting.
But I think that's a an Xbox thing. It's not a TV thing.
Probably. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. See, no, that one's doing it. It's an Xbox thing.
So this is really. I mean, just let's jump here. Just
See, straight away, the colours are more saturated on the telephone. You know what?
No, I was looking the same to get the same picture actually. Let's just.
But see, this could just be a picture mode, I don't think.
Yeah, but it's in game mode. I have seen
Yeah,
this.
but the picture.
Yeah.
So picture game. Okay, colour saturation advanced.
So it's set to 50 brightness. You know, usually HDR should set to 100, but
It says adjust the luminance on the screen 29.
this is 29. It's even worse.
Black levels, so you can adjust the black levels. So that's already improving it for me. Dynamic contrast.
Yeah, but this is out of the box, you know, standard, because I did already factory reset or whatever you call this. So this is what the TV is set. Okay, man, this is way too much color, but hey.
Look, they're doing that because it's a cheap TV and they want people to be impressed when they first open it and go, wow, like it looks so good. But you're right, you shouldn't have to be. Wow. Yeah, this is a big difference. So if I go. This one. Look at the colour change. It's called dynamic colour.
Yeah.
See how much it adds? So that kind of starts making it look a bit more, but that's not probably the best setting. It'd be interesting to see what is.
Am I missing the color options here? Color to raw? So it doesn't let me adjust the saturation here.
Ah,
That's it. You have this picture.
alright, I'm going to create a game here. I'm going to invite everyone in. There's a map. See, the picture doesn't look too bad, but it's the frame rate. That's nasty.
Nah, so the combination frame rate and refresh rate. It's really, this is really bad. This is bad. Look at this. You can't read this at all. And it's actually making some artifacts as well.
Yeah. What I'd like to do is let me. Oh, that's the wrong controller. I want to see your character running past this screen. So if you can. So I'm just going to stand like here. That's what. So if you can just like run past, I want to see on the screen here. Let's see how blurry it is.
Yeah.
Like if you just run past and you look at the character on the screen, look how blurry that is.
So you can't. So just focus on the name, and now do the same here. This is absolutely.
Oh,
Hey, see this?
that's the
This
best
is
way to
much
demonstrate
better.
it. Yeah, that's a massive difference.
Get pizza?
Yep.
This is so good.
Oh, I thought the colors were that off. It's a skin.
Yeah, that's my character. That's
Yeah,
my
I
profile.
crazy difference in color.
Yeah, but this is where all the colors are much more saturated, which looks good for this game.
Yeah, but what we did for just then that demonstration, that's probably a really good indicator. Is like maybe that's just something we can put in the final cut. Is like I don't know if your camera will even capture it because you're shooting at 25.
Oh no, I grabbed a field 100 there, but it caps at that. I'm gonna grab a couple of shots here on 120
Okay.
and 240 by 40. So we can have these at slower, and then like you can like see the difference.
Because this is where like a splitter really helps. Is like when you have the
Oh
same
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
This is, look at this, this is HDR, this is not good.
I still don't know if it's in HDR.
I think it's taking the HDR signal, but like it's not really, or maybe it's like just the minimum
They showed HDR.
spec to be able to like call itself HDR.
Because the Xbox is still recording.
That it
Doesn't do
not-
HDR, but it does Dolby Vision. But Dolby Vision is HDR.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
This doesn't make sense.
But see, we should cover this in the video. Like this is stuff we should point out because this is really interesting.
So when I'm changing this to 6, I'm getting now,
Sorry.
I'm getting now, because it's 4, so 120/60, but do it again now.
Can't speak to the HDR because I can't tell.
So where's the, so this has HDR, it's just, where's there usually a setting then for HDR? Or not? Because it's Dolby Vision, it's probably not. Oh, maybe that's the one of the things.
Oh, because mine's set to 0. See, that's why.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I always turn off that blur effect. Gameplay. Yeah, this doesn't show any HDR things in the actual game. It's still choppy, but if you run past again, yeah, it's still it's better.
It's choppy as well, because, I mean, the gameplay itself is fun, but now
I'm just trying to work out why that image looks different. Has it got ray tracing? Have you got ray tracing shadows on? Okay, can you turn it off? That softens the image because it's trying to do ray tracing, but that's fine.
I can see there's a lower resolution, but
Because I'm just trying to see if
I have a
we
feeling this is not really HDR at all.
that's what I'm thinking. Because this here info 10-bit Dolby Atmos, is that HDR?
10-bit, yeah, but why is it?
10-bit is HDR, doesn't it?
Usually, but you have also BT709, why is this the case? So this is weird. Oh, my goodness.
Well, this one should tell us you a picture. Game picture mix.
5 minutes remaining.
Let's turn off everything.
See again, doesn't support. But see, that's why I hate this partial shit.
This is weird. So now your TV supports up to native 1080p 120 FPS. Not be in 4K. So is this what?
Okay, see, this is interesting. Same HDR10 when I go into the calibration, 12-bit BT 2020 HDR10.
Not in the game, huh?
So if I go, now that's off, okay, so video modes are there, okay, so I'll change the VRR to, oh shit, do you turn that, allow Y22?
You can turn it on. Doesn't change much. This is weird. feeling this doesn't
Okay.
proper.
Now this is in HDR. So it says 12-bit BT22 HDR10. Okay. So I'm going to create a custom game. See, that switches into a mode, but there's nothing to identify it as.
This here it does not support HDR.
Yeah.
Because
Do you want to have a look at some of the settings here, or?
this is all turned on.
But it says HDR on the sticker there on the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So but maybe not for this bloody, maybe should I try a different input?
Hey, that's a good idea.
So where's this?
Does that cable say? It says 8K on the cable, so.
So let's go with HDMI 3, which has R. But it doesn't just have R.
Put the 144 port.
No, I don't know which one it is. So this is number 3 now.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Now it's shooting itself good.
Wow, I can't even change to 4K now. I mean, there would be so much to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
On HDMI 3, I even can't change to 4K.
That is interesting. Interesting.
What about HDMI 2? No. This is weird. What the hell is going on? No. Just HDMI 1 is actually. So this is also, you know, it's nowhere mentioned.
Is there 4 HDMI inputs?
Yeah.
There is.
All the 4. Right.
Okay, that identifies it as an Xbox. But, one moment, before you do anything.
Yeah, maybe check the.
Um,
Maybe it's a game of HDMI.
oh, shit. And it's, alright, settings.
So it goes into.
That's CEC, but the signal.
Why?
So it's saying, but look, it says display HDMI, select this option, device plus hyperlink, 4K system, whatever. Okay. But this TV, so what are we on? What was the first input we were on?
HDMI 1.
And what are we now?
That's better. Fucking hell, huh?
But that was me turning on enhanced.
Yeah, but this was also turned on.
Go to, yeah. Okay, 120. Sweet. That didn't change into HDR.
Change to game.
It goes into game mode, but it doesn't swap into HDR. Like picture.
Are we not in game mode?
It says FreeSync 120. Can you change the video modes? If you go to video modes and just change it to your gaming only
Oh yeah.
for the variable refresh rate.
Fucking hell. So this is. What? It tells me clearly it supports now.
Maybe like, should we open up YouTube or something and just try and play HDR video? That's HDR.
Just gonna put Dolby Vision.
That's weird,
This
man.
looks very bad. Oh,
What is going
it
on?
supports everything here, okay.
Ah,
And then
but it doesn't like HDR. It only likes HDR Dolby Vision.
HDR, now we have here HDR.
Ah, shit, you did it. So if I press info, it
Oh,
says H. Okay, what did you do? That's the weirdest thing. That looks actually, yeah, it is a bit flat.
let's have a look. I think it's more flat now because it's trying to do something.
Can I create a lobby because I've got both you on my friends list, and then. Alright, so for the custom, create a match. Friends, Damien, Marcus. Alright, you guys join. Alright. Look, I have played with those settings.
And
Look, I've definitely turned on some color enhancement, which is probably.
so what, should brightness not set to 100 in HDR?
Well, yeah. So in advanced settings, there was a brightness setting, dynamic contrast to high, detail priority, gamma, color. It was in here. This one. So okay. See, if I turn on this dynamic color, look at this. That I feel like that color comes closer now to the Telefunken.
Yeah.
Like if I turn it off, see how like
Yeah.
sky goes grey.
Yeah.
Do you think that's more accurate though?
Then why is it not on then?
Well, yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Jeez, look at the difference, man. It's like, man, right now I feel like I'm playing two different games. Like if you look at that.
I mean, and you can see FreeSync, a VRR works perfectly on this TV because you can see it's actually dropping 180 and there's no stuttering, nothing. It works just flawless. But I think this is the case on all. I mean, this is just 60, of course.
Yeah. Well, this one, like, I don't know, man. For me, I don't know. I feel like that TCL has, like, even like looking at that metal bridge with the sun reflecting off of it. I don't know. Like, I feel like the
Right?
Well, look, there's definitely more darker, like in the trees there,
There's
right?
more contrast. for
That's
sure.
what I mean. There's more contrast, so.
But it's hard. This looks brighter actually, the sun.
Well, there's more detail on that sun. Like that sun, I don't know. I feel like this
Yeah.
has more detail.
But I mean, this is just, you know, we can check on the meter already. This is very good.
Coming over to where you guys are. Interesting. So look, the Hisense definitely looks more blown out. Like there's way more detail on the sun there, but I've messed with the settings. So it's like I can see the outline of the sun. I see
Yeah.
more detail there. But if I had to pick, it's hard, man. Like I feel like I'm more attracted to that image, but I feel like it's only because the colors are richer. Picture. Let me turn the TV a bit more.
So just go to the default settings again. You know, this is just because this is
Yeah.
what you get. You know, what you get out of the box. This is wow. This is very, very washed out. Look at the handle, look at the right, but I mean it's not the same color, but look at the hand, this is the same. This is black, and here is gray. All the other stuff. So this is, I don't know, if this is what you get out of the box, this is
How could we tell if? I don't think that. Do you think that TV has dimming zones?
this one, because no.
What are we doing?
We're just doing a few things off
So
camera.
this is coming up with 29. If you include the scaling wars.
What are we testing here?
Well, we've just got them all pointed at the same kind of place on the map. And we're just kind of seeing the
The
detail.
Hisense looks good though.
Look, it looks okay.
So
Like we're just trying to work it out. Do you mind just going back to that sun? We're just looking at the sun with the trees. Like we're just trying to get the same angle. Because I guess what we're trying to look at is, so for example, see the sun there, you can see the circle of the sun. See there's nothing there on the high sense. Like it's a little bit, like it's there, but it's very hard to see. It's washed out. So it's like we're just seeing like, this is the
That's insane. See, this has got the better sun.
well, you're seeing it, but better is subjective. Like I'm looking at the trees, the color of the sand. I think that looks, I don't know, this looks a bit boring to me. Like, I don't know, like if we look at the sky, like see the sky, that's blue, that's like really light
See,
grey.
this doesn't look too bad.
Yeah,
I think that maybe because it's bigger, it looks brighter.
possibly. I don't know, I was expecting that to probably be the best one. But like this is just out of the box. Like we can dial these in to probably make them look very similar, but like yeah, we kind of want to stick to out of the box. This is what you get. Mike has managed to get HDR working on that, so
This
but
looks like HDR. But I can't see a big difference.
it's too dull. So I think he just wouldn't play HDR on his TV. This is just a simple SDR kind of good gaming display. But look, it doesn't look bad. But we're in a very bright map. I chose that specifically. Like I'm looking around now, like for me, what we did actually was really interesting. So for example, if you stay there, you just look straight. So where are you? There you go. So if you just watch my character run past your screen, right? I'll do it another way, like this. This is what we were testing before. So see, it's pretty smooth, right? But if you do that to me, you just run across my screen. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but just run back across.
It's more blurry.
Like I can see, that's blurry to me. Like the character, I don't know if you can see, the character looks blurry. If I do it to you, like
Yeah, it's smoother.
it's smoother, and because there's more frame rate, like just that back and forth. Like see, it's you can still, the detail in the character is still there, but if you do that to me, you just go back and forth this way. Like see, it looks jaggedy and blurry, like it's smearing. It's not clean. That's just more frames, which is more detailed. For me, that's I don't know if that's you were picking up on that or not. It's a huge difference. So how are we gonna pick a winner, man? Like right now, to be honest, it's tricky. Like that's too dim for a good HDR presentation, but like I'm not super impressed with that.
So what's HDR though? Like, so we've got 120. What's HDR meaning now? Like, where's the benefit to HDR
So-
on and off?
Well, yeah, that's a great question. Well, that's why I wanted to pick a winner here. So we all go, okay, this is the best TV out of the three. Let's go put it against the G4. Then you're gonna see, like, that's where.
What's the explanation of?
Well, I want to say that for the video.
Okay.
When we're being recorded.
Are we being on a live stream or no live
Oh,
stream?
we are live streaming.
There's no audio.
Yeah, there's audio. Look, and it's funny because then the more I look at this TV, the more I don't mind it, but it just feels like it's lifted. Does that look lifted to you? What we're trying to say is like it's got like a grey wash over it, kind of like. I feel like we need to dial the settings in.
But you don't want the normal, like, someone like me that buys this, I sort of plug it in and it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Activate everything.
See the darkness there. That's really dark.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit too much.
Mm.
But it's like I can see it's not really good HD. It's
So
just
if you
washed
could
out.
find me on the map just to see whether we get the bright and dark contrast.
Marcus, which one do you like the best?
Telephone. So, no?
Really?
Have a look at it.
Telephone is
Yeah,
really
good. We're just a few more minutes. We're just gonna kind of pick some things
Right.
apart, and I want to tie this up pretty quickly.
Yep.
So if you guys can try and find me on the map, I just want to see the difference of this area.
Yeah,
a little
I
bit.
can't even find my own.
Can't find it.
No.
I'm at the back of the map somewhere.
Ah, here.
Yeah. There you are. I've got the shield, mate. Yeah, so if you could just kind of look at that on the ground, yeah. Like if you can stand next to me and kind of look the same direction. So I stand shoulder to shoulder with you, face the other way, yeah. That's what I want to see.
I think that looks better.
See, it's interesting. Look at the I don't know if this is. Look at the line in the sand. Like, see that looks like it's more of a gradient. That looks more pixelated. Am I making that up or not?
Yeah, it sounds like it's setting on the
That's what I'm
Xbox
trying
or
to
the
figure.
TV.
I'm trying to figure that out. Can you see that, Marcus? Like the line where the sand is. Like, look at that. Like if I go back and forth, look how pixelated that gets. And then this TV, that's a much smoother, but it could be a setting on the game. Because
Well,
you've got the same thing as this TCL.
Yeah.
So maybe that's nothing. I'm just kind
Because
of.
we have here 120, 120, 60, so maybe that's.
Yeah,
I
because
think
if you stop moving, the effect's gone.
Yeah,
But you would
Yeah.
expect better here because
that's right. Let's frame rate. But all right. So yeah, for me right now, I feel like that picture's probably more natural. Like it's more accurate.
this is very oversaturated.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find the options of how to get the saturation down.
Okay. So what I'm thinking we do is we just get like another 1 or 2 minutes of us just playing this. We'll swap another game. We'll play Drive for like literally 3 minutes. Just get a lap in. Just having fun. Like we don't have to talk. We can just say whatever we want. And then just a quick Doom. So we've got a screen like a quick clip of each. And then yeah, we move on to the. Because Marcus has got to do his quick metering. Is that going to take long or?
No, just looking at the peak brightness.
Right, and then we'll do our vote. Alright, what are you, cheeky bugger?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
What was that all about? You fucking far out, man. Getting a little bit cheeky there. What are you reckon? Had some pizza. You think you're all big time now? Huh? Big time.
I wish I went to Big W with you guys.
Oh,
I
shit.
at least have an all
Oh
reaction.
yeah.
You got to see Gavin special, huh? He normally does that once a week. Every time I'm with him, so there's always an event.
I just got no patience for some fucking male Karen. He was a big guy. Like he was pretty tall. He was my height.
But not as big.
He wasn't as big, but like he just kind of.
Tried to use his Big W power.
He just goes, oh, I'm the regional assistant manager.
Junior manager. Okay.
You know there's an Office Australia now?
Yeah, it's bad.
Is it bad?
Yeah, they
Yes.
said, yeah,
I
yeah.
saw the trailer, it's bad.
I want to watch the first episode.
Yeah, watch go for it.
You watch it? The first
No,
episode?
just the trailer.
And he said no.
Because it's so bad, you know. So with the Office, the US version, what I like, it's really, I have the feeling it's not you don't have actors in front, you know, they just really are. But here you can see they're acting like
Acting.
crazy idiots, you know. It's not nice. I didn't
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I definitely like the US one.
Yeah. Steve Carell.
He was gold, wasn't he? Or Dwight was good too. All of them were.
They're old.
Dwight, assistant to the regional manager, he was so proud of that.
And this guy goes, I said, that's what he was saying, you need a permit. I got the permit, it's outside.
Okay.
You should have said, what are you, assistant to the regional manager?
He goes, I'm the manager, I'm the
Oh, we
manager.
should have brought this, yeah. Yeah, assistant to the regional
Are
manager.
you an assistant to the regional manager?
Listen, man, you're a fucking manager at Big W, like, you're gonna push me around, mate.
Just you don't know who I am, man. I'm the
Yeah,
assistant
his little
regional.
man bun with his little goatee, like he thought he was all top shit.
Moustache?
Whatever, man. I just use the same language. I've noticed, you're in my safe space, you know, you feel like you're threatening me.
Okay, next.
Alright, well, look, so have you got a bit of footage of Halo?
Sorry?
Did you have a bit of footage of all
Oh,
of
yeah,
Halo?
yeah.
Okay, let's jump into Dirt 5.
I played that on the PlayStation 4. Jeez, that game looks good.
Yeah, look at that. I feel like, can you just go to this screen? Because that's heavily oversaturated.
Absolutely. But again, there's no just finding a setting, please.
Yeah, so if you just go to that, just go to games.
So display and sound, no? Yeah.
Look, I would dare say that's probably the most accurate image out of them all. That's like saturated, a little bit less.
That looks nice and crisp.
Actually, that's not nice.
So look, I would dare say this is probably a more accurate image, but yeah.
There's no way.
We were playing with the settings before and I got it to look better, but we want to try and keep it out of the box. So where's Dirt 5? I know I downloaded it.
No, there's literally no saturation option.
Really?
No. There's no.
So saturation means it just looks.
It's
super.
like juices up the colours, kind of.
We don't like that.
It's see how juicy that is. Like,
This is too much.
It's too much. So what? You went into settings.
Yeah, just have it.
Display. Where is it? Display and sound. Picture. So picture mode HDR. Okay. Finally, we're in HDR. HDR. Oh, geez, how many HDR modes they have? Okay. And then we go. So what was that? Wide color gamut.
I tried this. There's not much of a difference, you know.
Color temperature, dynamic contrast. But this doesn't have dimming zones. So how does that work?
It just changes the contrast, makes the black even more dark and stuff. You
So
know.
do they have color like adjustment?
No.
So there's no color adjustment.
So people actually have to read all this. Why do they put this? No one reads this.
Yeah, I know.
You have to.
You can't even change HDR modes.
No, it's great, you know.
Like it's just stuck on HDR game. That's weird. Because what I wanted to do, this game I wanted to turn one TV up, the rest down, so we can hear that one, and then do the next TV and the next TV. Alright, yeah, you're right, man. There's nothing. Okay.
So I mean, this is already a little bit too much. I like the picture still because we're just talking about gaming. But it's already a little bit too much. And if you now, we're not even into testing Netflix and whatever, I'm probably not going to.
Yeah.
But you know, if you can't change this is.
Yeah. Can we just create a session just for us three?
No.
Right, so let's get volume cranking. Can this get copyright strike?
So copyright strike is when they want a bit of revenue because you're showing it and you're making.
Well, if they think you're using their copyrighted material, so we go performance mode. Why? No, but I mean, why don't they just follow the?
No, it does.
Okay.
But there should be extra settings actually.
How do I get out of here? How do I get out?
Alright, so.
How do I get out of here?
Why?
Go on the exit.
Oh, play, okay. Jeez, that would be very easy. Jesus, yeah.
Xbox.
I would probably just turn off HDR on that TV at this point. That's the way I look at it.
Why does this always flicker on? It always comes Xbox and it says all the details, the picture details.
Oh, high frame rate.
It's changing modes.
I'm using high frame rate mode too.
Oh, I've got performance mode. I don't, because this doesn't have 4K 120.
Your performance?
Performance, yeah. Well, you should
Yeah,
have high frame rate.
there's no
sorry.
high frame rate mode.
This doesn't have performance.
So much
High
quality?
frame rate.
No, that one. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's funny, hey, because like I just want to pick a winner and put it next to another because that's when I'm going to go, yeah. I do, now that I'm seeing this more, I do this. I feel like this looks better now on this one.
So maybe that's how Halo should look like, you know?
Yeah, it's hard because that's the problem. When you see an oversaturated image next to an accurate image, you're always going to be more attracted to the oversaturated image. You can just play this thing. I think you have to play this. So I was just thinking, if you want to get to some footage of us playing this intro
Oh,
part,
look at this, it's terrible.
wow,
This is bad.
that's washed. I would just get out of HDR.
That's the out of the box experience. Oh shit, look at this. I mean, that's how HDR is set up on this TV.
It's very bright, isn't it?
This is very good.
Is that HDR?
Yeah, but I think the mode is really not. The TCL looks the best. so far.
TCL's it's actually starting to really
Yeah.
stretch its legs now.
It looks very nice.
It's
doesn't
good,
it?
man.
Look at this, I can't even see anything.
Wow, just pause it, man. Look at that. There's zero detail in the sky. Like,
Can you see the screen effect?
that's just white.
There's zero details. Yeah, look at this.
But that's what I'm saying. If you look at the sky there, there's nothing.
I mean,
That's completely
It's
Yes.
completely, yeah.
That's my camera.
this you have to dial this down.
Look at the paper white. Pull that down.
Oh my god, this is such a bad reset.
At least you got some detail now. I think just go into the Xbox settings and turn off SDR. HDR, sorry.
I like HDR.
Not on my TV.
So HDR gives a better definition.
So HDR is basically, it stands for high dynamic range. So when you think of high dynamic range, you think of really dark, like black, and really bright. And so what HDR does is it creates a bigger gap between the brightest bright and the darkest dark.
Okay.
And
So
that
more
includes colours too, so it includes like a bigger colour range of colours. And so yeah, the TV has to be able to show that brightness difference and those extra colours to show an accurate HDR representation. Does that sound right, Marcus? It is a bit complicated, but that's in essence what it is. So when a cheap TV says it can do HDR, it can show, it can take a signal, but see that's not showing HDR correctly. Does that make sense? It's not showing it correctly, even though it's saying it's on. That's not what it's supposed to look like.
I mean, I like it now much better, of course, but
Yeah, it's
still
too
compared to the TCL, it's so dark.
TCL looks good, man. This 5 actually isn't bad, man.
You're a 65 inch.
Well, yeah, this is just, it just happened to be the size we have, but man, it's actually pretty interesting. That TCL, it's not bad, man.
First.
Nice.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. For the 65 inch, it looks nice. Like you can sit here and play games.
You could, but see, this is a much more friendly game for low frame rates. When you're playing like a shooter and like every frame counts, that's when you really notice it.
dark.
He had to turn it down because the sky was just white,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
have to bring everything down.
This is very okay, you can
But you shouldn't have those settings that low.
This is very low, but can you see this?
Yeah, and the TV has next to no settings you can play with. So that's pretty interesting.
Oh, he beat me just 256, 544.
See?
The king.
Alright, cool. So we've played Dirt 4, so we'll kill your volume. And we'll try this already.
Almost the lowest setting, it's good.
Alright, now we're going to go into Doom.
What's to do?
That's the thing. I think this picture looks better, but the frame rate makes that so much better.
Yeah, no, I still prefer because I would just turn off HDR. But let's see, Doom has a absolute, almost on the spot HDR presentation
Yeah.
for OLED TVs. So let's have a look here. And it's a little bit more, but can you see the
Look at the
screen
difference in
effect?
the white. See, that's
Yeah.
all, but see, that's probably too blue.
Yeah.
I would say that's closer to what it really should look like. That's actually pretty good.
But see, raised blacks here, this is black. This is the worst actually in terms of black.
That's got much
This
better
is
black.
unbelievable.
That
But
is
even
the
that
best
is
thing.
okay because, you know,
I mean, it's half the price. That's the thing. So it's like, you know, what do you tell someone? So, alright, it's 3 o'clock, so we got to wrap this up. Alright, we'll do let me just do multiplayer or something. Let's see.
there was 120 hertz one, yes, there is.
See if I can invite you guys. Actually,
He's got pretty good ratings in the Doom, I heard.
so go to video mode if you can.
So,
Video, where's the 120? Oh, yes. Make sure motion blur is off. So if you go to video, right across, turn off motion blur.
Chroma aberrations were
Where's the graphics mode?
HDR calibration.
Yeah, just, you can go in, but it should be set to leave, this is fine.
This doesn't say 120 anywhere, I can't see it. But it did say Xbox.
I'll just go back again to the HDR settings.
Graphics mode, 120 FPS.
Oh, nice, you found it.
120,
Where was it? Oh, I don't have it because,
60.
yeah.
Just go 120 and go back to the HDR calibration, please.
Four down. That one.
Just press this. Ah, that's the restore. Okay, we just leave it all on the same settings.
Alright, so if you want to create a battle mode or yeah,
Customize?
I think so. Is it core? If you go to friends, so hit Y. So invite Top Gun Magic, invite that. And yourself. Yep. That's the last stream.
I need all sound there, huh?
Well, yeah, I'm just listening to this. This sounds like trash.
This one sounded pretty good.
It wasn't bad. Let's try telefucking.
But you're getting a soundbar, aren't you? If you're buying this, you're going to get a soundbar.
Some people, yes, this is what they can get. Alright, so are we in the same server? Party. Oh, yeah, we're in the same party. So I go private match. Let's just do whatever.
Can you see there are no details here? Can you see? Look at this, how bright this is.
Which one? Hisense?
Yeah, but how many details you have actually?
So what are you looking at the bottom of the
Yeah.
glasses? Yeah.
Yeah, look at yours.
Well, I think it's different. Oh no, it's the same.
Or maybe we have to look at, let's
Let's
see
get
if
into the
it's the same.
game. Yeah. Oh, there you go. soft, but that could be a brightness issue. That's not too bad. That's the best picture right now, in my opinion. Like, see with the log.
Yeah, this sounds
That's really fun.
It's cool to be able to do this.
That's actually not bad, really. Okay, we don't understand. Let's just function. Oh my god, 120 is so good! I tell you!
I feel so
I
bad.
tell you.
60 frames.
And this is
a
just
second.
an LCD who's shooting it. Oh no, we're not shooting. This is.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
Max. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Oh, man, this TV is so not good compared to.
Now, in terms of refresh rate and stuff like that, this one, telefunction is really the best. Absolutely.
Do you feel it's better than the TCL?
Yeah, I have the feeling it's clear on the picture. So, what we need to show is for sure the option menu on the.
Look, that telefunction does have a good refresh rate, but I still feel like that TCL is. It's more accurate.
Yeah.
Like this is, look how. This picture to me is very blue. I don't even know what I'm doing here. How does it work?
Just shoot at people or whatever this is.
I'm just trying to say, like,
Yeah!
Incense, everyone.
I haven't seen you.
I'm just trying to look at the map just like get the details. See, it's interesting, like, that doesn't look too bad.
No, it looks really good, but when you compare, you're missing details.
It's,
You know?
That looks dark. This one
Yeah.
looks-
yeah,
But you have also this very bright things now. This is looks good. It really looks good.
it's very hard because depending on the game, it's a bit hit and miss. Would you recommend it? That's the thing, for the price. Let's just say someone's got a console, like Xbox or PS, and they go, look, man, I don't have much money, but I want to be able to play 4K 120. Would you say get the telephone?
Well, if you got $1,400 to spend, you could get that and a PS5 or an
Or you
Xbox.
get two of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you could get that. Like, this is where it comes down to it. It's like, you've got these two TVs. I would dare argue that is a more accurate image, but is it worth twice as much?
Yeah.
Is that twice as good?
I would lean towards this because of the size. If I've got only one option, I want a 65
Yeah,
inch.
but we're just ignoring the size. So it's only, they're all 55s today. So we're just ignoring that. But, so this TV would be the same price if it was a 55 inch.
Really?
Yeah.
So it'd still be $1,200.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense to me.
But that's what I'm saying. So you're getting different features. Like, for me, just leave it there. Black levels are much better on there. I feel like they're native black levels, where I feel that that's like a black level just because the screen's darker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can see lifted black still at great. So we'll just get a little bit of footage here of us playing, and then we'll move on. I have no idea what I'm doing, man. What is happening?
I have no idea. So where are you guys actually? I mean, this is really cool. You know, it feels absolutely responsive, this TV.
That looks really good. I can't keep my eyes off the TCL.
You know, this is on a Series S. I think it'd be better on a Series X.
Correct. Yeah. And look, I will say, Marcus, you are right. That TV is buttery smooth. It's just the picture's a little bit rough. It's not refined. Who knows? If we hook it up to the internet, it might use a firmware update. Could improve some settings.
So an update can better the image quality.
Or they can do some fine tuning. They can unlock some features. Yeah, I'm not going to do things. Alright, cool. Alright, so
You wanna show on all TV
Right, I think we'll move on. So what I'm thinking now, Kyle, is when we did that scoring before, I think we're gonna I don't know. I think that felt a bit weird. We weren't getting it really right. So I'm just thinking maybe we'll just say we'll score the TVs at the end, and then I'll just come up with the scores. Like Damien scored this, blah 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 blah, and then it's like okay, so the winner was. Rather than doing each segment, because that was just really awkward for me before. I don't know. What do you think? Or do you think it's good?
This is really good black lights, but it's not local dimming.
Yeah. Oh, you think that's not local dimming?
So maybe this is not an edge, maybe it's backlit, maybe this is
It's a mini LED.
yeah. So maybe it's not backlit, So this is edge light, probably this for sure, because
Yeah.
it sounds
That sounds like crap. Let's listen to this one.
that's the bus.
Yeah.
That's your bus.
Yeah, that's much better.
We get camera coming with audio.
The sound is much better now. No. It doesn't sound good, but it's much better.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds up to me. Always have a hit.
I like the switch again. You want to switch it? Yeah. Because I like to see this 120.
Okay, second TV.
I find the TCL is clear at each other right away.
Telephone is
I know
much
this
better.
picture's clear on the TCL.
Oh yeah.
I can tell. But the price point, if you only have $7 to spend,
They haven't touched the HDR settings and stuff like that at all, so you can make it different. You can swap it. So out of the box, this is pretty
It's
good.
pretty good.
But I have the feeling this is a little bit more, it's not as responsive as the telephone.
Yeah.
so let me ask you guys this, if I brought my Sony that's a 7-year-old TV to this,
Oh, I wouldn't compare.
I wouldn't compare
These
these
will be
things.
better. These will be better.
so it's worth upgrading that Sony to be one of these TVs.
So what I want you to do now, so we'll kill the sound on that, is just take this controller and play on this. And you just tell me if you can feel the
Is
difference.
this 120? Really? This
That's
looks
100,
so
that
much
is
better.
120.
This is slow.
Feel how it's like, it's like,
It's very laggy, but this quality, the picture's nice and bright on there.
Yeah, but
it
it's
is
too
bright,
bright.
but it's too bright, it's too blue.
But
This
can you
is-
adjust that?
You
Yeah.
can, but we're trying to focus on out of the box.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Look at this black. This is just black.
I like this one, number one.
I think that looks good though. the black. That's what I'm saying. I think that's because it's a mini LED TV. I would say these two are just edge lit like TVs. They're not. There's no local dimming
Yeah.
going on there. So see what we're saying. Like see around the circle over there. Like it's really dark.
Mm.
And then if you look around here, this is the same picture. But see, it's like it's black, but it's almost like a bit of a grey because there's still light coming through when there shouldn't be. But man, this Telefunken is good.
Yeah. In terms of the panel refresh.
The refresh rate,
response
this
time.
feels buttery smooth, man.
Yeah.
This is a really interesting vibe.
Because this, even this is 120, this is blurry compared to the telephone. And no doubt about the Hisense, it's just 60 FPS, 60
Yeah.
Hz, that's not.
So can you start to feel the difference between a 120 and a 60 hertz? It's just the smoothness of when you move
So
around.
it's alright,
Yeah.
it's funky.
Exactly. It feels like the pictures are changing really. It's very rough. And yeah, very interesting. All right, cool. Well, look, I think we're pretty good with the games for now. So why don't we swap over? We'll do a quick SDR test, a quick HDR test, and we'll choose our
Should we
winner.
put a movie on to see how it compares?
I'd love to, but we'll get a copyright strike.
Okay.
So we'll get some HDR content prepared. So maybe if we click do, and we'll launch. We'll go to YouTube, Marcus.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll search for. Do you have YouTube on this profile?
Probably not, just.
Don't download it. Okay, YouTube. So what are we looking for? Are we doing Jennifer Garland or something like that, or just
Even that can be.
yeah, HDR. We'll just do HDR
I mean, you know, I have HDR videos on my channel, so just look for my channel. You will not get a problem. Yeah, I will.
HDR, let's do HDR demo just to. Yeah, I've used this one before. These are okay. The Maldives. So if you just type in HDR demo, that one, Maldives, first one.
Okay.
Alright, you just had it. Yep. Alright, so pause it, rewind it to the beginning. Isn't that funny? You get a different search result, just HDR demo. They just, you should be able to find it in the list. It should come down if you just search across. It should come up. Isn't that interesting? Same search string. Because I was
What's the heading Maldives?
Yeah. Go down. See if it's also down there. Jeez, okay. See if you can find it.
What, Malik, this is not the same?
Yeah.
I don't know, right?
Maldives, yeah.
Where's you?
Maldives. I know, but you can't help be attracted to it because it's so much more eye-catchy. What are you going now? Alright.
This one,
Okay, so we pause it, rewind it to the beginning. Alright, with 3, 2, 1, tick.
Oh, this one.
See, that's more accurate to me. If I was going to say what looks
This is
real,
bluish.
that's
You're
too blue.
absolutely right.
That looks more realistic, like looking out a window than rather than looking at a TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The sand looks more natural. The colours aren't like the ocean's not that blue. You know, well, I guess it can be in some places, but very interesting. But how do we know if we're actually in HDR?
That's a good question.
Is that like jerky a little bit or not?
Yeah, but it's
It's a slow frame rate video. So see,
It's
to me, that's not saying HDR, is it?
no.
So this is just this is See, this is the thing. It's
It's
even
not
this
HD,
is not
it's just
HDR.
4K.
It's just 4K. So we're rookies. That's the wrong TV, man. HDR demo.
So what can we
Actually,
actually
seeing that one
what
there.
can we actually show?
This LG demo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
Right on.
that's too short. I'm just looking for. Usually the LG demos are pretty good. So the 2020. So if you just type in, I'll just type in HDR demo and look for that one. The jeez, that
Black?
the 2020 OLED, the black with the
This
honey.
one?
Yeah.
HDR 10.
Yeah, HDR 10.
Oh my god, this is really black? For God's sake.
Is that
That's
it
it
there?
right there, that's it. Alright, so pause, you in, pause, rewind, look at the lift of blacks. 3, 2, oh, you paused, so you gotta pause it. Go back, 3, 2, 1. So this is a really good comparison. So this is an edge-lit TV. So what an edge-lit TV means is there's lights around the TV that light the whole thing. It's one light. So what that means is you can't turn off lights to make the color go darker. See how much darker and glossier that looks? Because that's got no detail there either. But because that's got a mini LED backlight, that means it's got a bunch of different lights all around the screen. So in the areas on the right where it's dark, it just turns off the light, right? This, it can't turn off the light. So like, that is a much more accurate picture. The problem is, like that's brighter, so your eyes are naturally drawn to something
That's right,
like
that's
that,
why I'm drawn to
but
the
it's
middle one.
not accurate. So like, I would actually say that actually looks probably a bit better, even though it's a dimmer image, because it's actually closer to that. But that's probably because it's just, I don't know, it's just a very dark TV in general. So, very interesting. And like, you got to remember, these are out of the box. We haven't touched any of the
Yeah, no
presets.
settings.
Like, no settings. Like, we could dial these in much better. So you can see why someone might look at this TV and go, oh, I want this one, it's brighter.
Right.
So if you watch this in a shop or whatever, not in dim environment like we have here, then probably this will stand out.
100%.
But now, if we would turn off all the lights, this would
Yeah.
the clear winner. It's also the clear winner right now.
Yeah. Yeah. If you adjust your eyes and you think, okay, what looks more life realistic? If you see something you recognise, like you're going to notice, okay, that's going to look more real to me. Like those colours are so oversaturated, and that's what gets people's attention, but it's not real, it's not accurate. Yeah, and the black levels just around the sides, they're so deep, and that's what creates a really good pop. Is when you see that separation of colour, and that's what HDR is. It's darks to brights, and like all everything in between. Jeez, that was a massive difference. All right,
I think that's fine.
that's fine, man. So did you capture some of the Maldives stuff? Maldives?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Did you want to do any measurements, Marcus? Like I thought we
I mean, if you
just
want,
do a peak brightness measurement,
yeah,
and then we'll choose a winner. So that we can pause for a minute, man. Marcus will set his meter up.
it doesn't take long.
Yeah,
because
we'll just do
what
a
we
quick
look
measurement
for
of what the
is
brightness
HDR.
is, and then we'll pick our winner, man. And that's it for today, for the first part, and then we'll just quickly smash the second part together. Cool, man. That's really cool. Trying to learn something today, Damo.
Yeah, I've learned a bit. We're experts.
What about you, Kyle? You across all this stuff?
Sorry?
Are you across all this stuff? Like, you know what we're talking about? You've seen
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you knew what was going on, yeah. Does anyone want any more pizza?
No,
we can have-
thank you.
Good, thank you.
So this is testing something, is it?
Yeah, it's just a quick test how bright the TV can get.
Look, if we're running short of time, we can do those measurements like another time, but if you think it's going to be quick. Anyone want some more pizza?
No, it's fine.
Come on, man.
Oh, good, thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm completely full.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking maybe instead of like having the categories, let's have scores for like 2.
I just saw a comment. Thanks for live stream. No worries. Thanks for tuning in, all 5 of you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, scores for just 2 criteria. This one, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's the gaming? Second is like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's the viewing? Or maybe scale of 1 to 5, and then combine them for combined score of 10 for each. Yeah.
I was just going to follow what we did. So at the end, we'll just take a tally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vlad, you're 100% right, man. We spent a bit of time with the TCL. Marcus is just doing some measurements now. Man, that TCL, it is the most expensive TV, but for this TV over here, the Telefunken, it's half the price almost. So it actually does a pretty good, yeah, it does pretty well for gaming for what it is, for half the price, but it's really weird. This is so oversaturated and there's no settings you can use to dial it down. It's really interesting. So yeah, it looks like the TCL is going to go up against the G4 in later this afternoon.
That's not even. That's just 100 nits at
Sorry?
290, 240.
I'll be blind.
No, this is 300 nits.
What?
300 nits maximum peak brightness.
On what size window?
On almost the 10, the 5% was even worse. But again, that's HDR10. Wow, this is really bad.
We tried connecting this TV to a different HDMI port. With the TV, Marcus, you were changing HDMI ports with the Telefunken, right?
Yeah, we had issues with this TV to get HDR running actually.
So it seemed like it only liked HDR on one port. Was that correct?
Yes.
So
I
no.
think it's HDMI 4. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Not quite sure.
To be honest, I actually thought it looked fine in SDR.
This should be. You know, let's try the same test here on this one.
No problems, Vlad. Thanks for being a part of the stream. Marcus, so are you sure that TCL is only getting, how much did you say?
I just compare if there's
300 nits?
something dodgy with my.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound right. Marcus, so are you sure that TCL is
So this is cycling through a couple of.
Hello, Aaron. Can I have some pizza, please?
steps or whatever.
Who's asking for pizza?
Aaron.
Oh, Aaron.
345 so far, but the 5% meal is always bad.
Hey, Marcus, Mr. Walker says you're a hard man. I don't know what that means. Like, sexy?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you, I think.
So what we're doing at the moment is we're just doing some basic measurements. So we're just seeing what the TCL Hisense and Telefunken produces, just so for the main video we can just say, hey, these TVs were kind of hitting this type of brightness.
I'm just to make sure this is not so 400 nits. This is
400 nits.
you know what the delta E was? Delta E error was 42.
Whoa.
We like to have
Whoa.
maximum 1. No, this is 42. No, I'm just trying a different program. I'm not getting more than 400 nits. So I mean, this can be related to the TVs because we're talking about mid-range TVs, even they're costing $1,200. It doesn't mean it can display HDR in a proper way. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So what's a good baseline for nits?
800, 1000 you should have now.
And what was the TCL?
350, I think.
I don't know if that's accurate, man. That's got to be hitting higher. Like a TCL mini LED, that's got to be doing much brighter than that. That can't be an accurate
maybe
reading.
The problem is when you have this, you know, maybe it's already reducing or limiting something, or not limiting, but it's not having the full power, you know, to display something.
Marcus, maybe you don't know what you're doing. Maybe I'll come over and let's have a look.
Yeah, just
Ha.
play around.
Just turn up the volume, man. That should fix it.
Just turn it on and off.
Yeah, I find it very hard to believe, because what did that thing say on the box, like peak brightness? Didn't that say the TCL was much brighter? That can't be right. A 2024 TV. Just gonna look that up. That's crazy, man.
I mean, this is not bright. This is full screen brightness. You know, so it goes up to 4,000 nits. That's the maximum what this can display. The YouTube video.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Oh, I know why.
You know why?
Yeah, it's trying to connect to your LG in the background.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
it's connecting to my C1. Okay, so I'm looking on the website now. It says that TCL has a peak brightness of 1300 nits. So that would make a lot more sense. There you go.
That's close. can't show this.
Also, HDR popped up in the top right hand corner. So when do TVs generally, when's the release come out normally for all the TVs? You know how the iPhone's September?
Every manufacturer is different. There's
See,
no like
this
real.
picture is actually not bad. Maybe we're just using this one because this shows actually 1200 nits. And then 1300 is already almost gone. You know? But I like to see this here as well.
Well, that would be right because it says on the details the TV hits 1300 nits.
Yeah.
So that would make sense. Like when you really will see the difference is when, say, if this one's the winner, which it's looking like it will be, when you put that next to an OLED, that's when you see what's real. Do you want me to get that USB stick with the test patterns on it?
No. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, Vlad. It's what we're trying to do with this video is just to prove and explain to people like what you should be expecting because it's very hard to get a lot of TVs side by side. So, yeah, we're hoping this video will answer some questions and make sure people really know what they're talking about.
Right. I think I have enough B-roll. I think for this part we'll
Yep.
have voiceover and then just explain what results we had, and we'll have a graph.
Cool, man. If you're talking about this one, the Telefunken, yeah, I think so. I even though it's not the best TV, it still supports 4K 120, and I think if you're somebody on a budget and you've got a gaming PC or even a modern console, that's very hard to turn away because I would argue, just from my opinion, that feels smoother than the TCL. Would you agree, Marcus? The Telefunken felt really good. It's just HDR performance was really basic. So, and there's no adjustments in the system. There was nothing.
You can see this already. This is very dull. I'm pretty sure my measurements are correct.
Yeah, I think maybe it's saying some settings on the TV.
That doesn't look very bright to me.
Is it not like eco mode or something? But say, even when we turn the TVs on, first off, it was pretty dim. It might be an eco mode or something, I'm thinking.
That's what I thought. It's got an energy saver mode or what's it reading? And what should it be reading?
240 at the moment. So this goes up from 100, 400, 800, 1000, 2000, 4000.
So it's going to step up now, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that plus.
So but you can't see here the difference anymore. It's 260. You can't see a difference anymore. So this is just 260 hits. That's it.
That's wrong, man. Something's not right. Let me adjust the settings. See the screen brightness is at 22.
But this is out of the box, you know that? This is what is out of the box set.
There you go.
Right, so now it's going to be just less 25%. Can you go back or?
Yeah.
That's not even a white box, that's a grey box.
So when you reset at the picture, it comes out with a very bad. So this is 800 nits worth.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, compared to the 1300, what they're telling us.
Well, because Marcus was measuring my C1 in the front room, and that was about 680 nits, was it?
700. Yeah, almost 700.
700 nits. So this is just
Money away.
gotten better. This has just done better than
This
that.
is hard work.
But see, this is in game mode. See, that's the other problem, Marcus. So because we're using the Xbox, we're not going to get.
Yeah, maybe use the TV OS.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, you should get the same. There's no limitation. There shouldn't be a
Even in
limitation.
game mode.
No.
Oh.
And see, as that box increases, I'm seeing the blacks lift on the high settings because the whole thing has to go.
350 maximum. What do you get here? 350. That's 350. That's
That's trash.
So this was 800 nits roughly. You can put in. This is 300. Now it's just 150, but this doesn't count.
See, this is what I was thinking. It's got VRR always on, so it forces it. See, that's brighter straight away, in my opinion. So now this is in a non-gamer picture
No-gamer
mode. So this is low power. Let's go to, what would we go to?
No, not low power.
Vivid. I know Vivid's probably the brightest, nastiest setting you can choose.
But this is 5%. Need to wait. 5% is very good. Even the OLED doesn't show the same.
What do we
Just
show?
yeah, that's fine. 768, 800. The same as in game mode.
Okay.
800 maximum. And with tone mapping, then here we got the 1300. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But 800 nits is not
It's not bad, man.
bad. It's not good.
Just in this one.
Yeah.
So you can tell why if you guys.
Alright. So what I'm
So
thinking
we
we'll
have
do.
800, 350. And here we know a second.
Yeah. So that's much brighter now. Alright, so I'm thinking what I might do is before we start rolling again, I do want to kind of go through this, so what's the best way to kind of tally this, because it's not working out the way I had intended it. TCL Hisense, Funkin, so
250 maximum. 250.
So, TCL Hisense, so I needed to do 3, so we'll do, maybe we'll just do the whole thing, make it more simpler, because we have to score each TV, I forgot about that, and then it's like sound each TV, alright, so just to make this simple, so we go TCL, Hisense, and Telefunken.
What do you think these TVs specifically are? Were they the best at that range, or?
Well, the Telefunken, because it was the cheapest TV I could find with that kind of refresh rate, The TCL, because it was a roughly $1,000 TV with the best features, and the Hisense was similarly priced and spec'd. So it was kind of like affordable, the best affordable TVs you can get. So, okay, so what I'm going to say here is, so Damien,
This is bad. 250 nits.
it's
That's for SDR.
Oh,
That's not a
SDR.
HDR. That's not a HDR TV, not at all.
Does it say HDR in the box?
Here.
It does.
This is bad.
That TCL is the best one.
TCL is the best one.
Alright, so I'm just thinking, should we go through, like, it's going to be really clunky if we go, okay, Damien said the sound is the best on this one, because it's like, we're going to have to judge 5 things each on each TV, and it takes too much time.
So overall pick?
So I'm just going to say our overall picks, like, yeah.
I guess the hardest thing is it's like value for money. Like,
But then I will still choose the Telefunken for now, because if it's just about gaming, I liked it. When I gamed on this one, it was just much better. I know.
It's just the, that.
And if you don't have the comparison, you don't know that you. I know what you mean. And so the problem with this one is you have almost no picture settings.
That's, yeah.
Not just almost. There are no picture
There are no
settings.
picture settings. So that's
So,
a
but this
really-
is half the price from the TCL. So that's the problem. It's half the price. You get a Xbox on top.
Yeah.
Maybe we just comment on everything else, but like 3 main points will be more condensed. It'll be
Yeah.
It's
gaming,
hard
viewing, and
because-
value for money.
I'm just gonna scratch all these point system. I'm just gonna say at the end of the day, which one would you pick, which one would you pick, and which one would you pick. I'm gonna scratch all that. It's too much.
Too much? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna say to Damien, which one would you pick and why? You know, and just kind of say.
that's the thing.
and Marcus
so how much is
and
that
I,
55
you
each
know.
one, the same price? Is that what
So
I'm saying?
we just have to say which one you like.
Doesn't make sense. How come 55
Alright,
is
let's,
the same price?
Let's do it.
No,
Alright, cool.
If you take this 55 inch, it will cost the same as this one. This was obviously more expensive.
One
So
sec.
65.
Well, I think
Hey,
I said,
Damien. Can you log into my live stream? I just got a super chat. I just want to answer it.
Yeah, sure.
Or Marcus, just want to see what the chat was.
Actually, I can swipe up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you?
There you go.
Oh, cool. Vladimir. Oh man, no problem. That's really nice of you, man. You didn't have to do that. Thank you very much, Vlad.
What did Vlad do?
Oh, he just sent some money.
Oh, how do you do that? Can I
I was
send
gonna say,
some?
hopefully you don't expect me to take any clothes
Yeah,
off,
see,
man.
I have the picture.
Hey, there you
To the
go.
watch. This is great. Looks like, when FOMO is doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's just not staying here for 8 hours today, no worries.
All right, cool. Well, look, I think it's important that we wrap up this first part of the video because we do have a bit of a time constraint, and I know Kyle has to go somewhere this afternoon. So I'm just thinking I'm going to scratch this whole point system, and I'm just going to kind of go like, which one would you pick and why? And if you want to say any comments about each TV, you cool with that, Damo?
Well, it's hard. It's not like for like because I've got a price thing. $700.
I know that like.
Like if I had big, yeah.
Look, pretty much, look, the TCL is on special at the moment, right? But at its normal price, which is what the Telefunken is, that TV is basically twice the price. So like you're paying $1,200 for that, or you're paying $699, $700 for this. So it's almost half the price.
That's the rating you have to.
So that's a really big thing. So let's I think we'll get Kyle just to kind of record the last part of this
Sure.
review, and then yeah. All right, you ready, Kyle?
Wait, I think we need a little bit of structure story.
Little what?
Tiny little bit more structure on picking.
Okay.
Maybe, you know what? Let's do.
So it must be much cheaper.
How much license you say you pay for that one?
Look, just pretend it's 55 inch. It's the same price.
Okay.
And how much is it you pay for this one?
It's the same price.
But it's the same price for 55 too.
Correct.
Oh, this is.
I'm saying so. We're just pretending that's a 55 inch, right? So let's say it is a 55 inch. The price isn't the same. Obviously, it's a 65 and it's more expensive, but if I went down to a 55, they would be the same. You understand?
I'll still have them all on the same screen.
Well, because I bought those two and that was something I already had.
I mean, the same.
Oh, can we get them on the same image? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Well, maybe just get them on the Dirt 5 or something like that. Do you want to load up Dirt 5? Demo?
Maybe.
Sorry, I did this.
Yeah, maybe just do things. Maybe, yeah, we go for each person, what's the best? And then what's the best value? How would you say that? What's the
Okay,
best?
well, what TV would you pick if money was no option, and then what TV would you
Yeah.
pick if it is an issue? And you just a few things.
Yeah, maybe just what's the best and what would you try? Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you bring up that super chat again? You swiped
Swipe
up.
Yeah, there you go.
You're a legend, Vlad.
But now this looks much more colorful, you know? Look at this now.
Holy crap! I've made $26 in tips this thing. You almost paid for the pizzas, guys. That's pretty good. People paying pizzas. They go, they want me to take my clothes off or something. It's like that Luna chick. It's crazy. I
$26.
was gonna say, man, that's pretty
We should be
good.
doing this all the time.
I was gonna say, imagine if I just took a little bit of clothing off. How many more tips I'd get?
Break it between four of us though.
Oh no way, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. Well, look, yeah, we probably should wrap this video up. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, where's the best place for us to sit and hang out? Like, do you want to try?
Right here, though. You can sit in the middle, Adam. Squash in with us. Come on.
No, it's a bit gay.
Why? It's funny. All right, guys.
Look, I'm comfortable. But
Ask the audience. Ask the audience.
Maybe you can record from that side, like.
Yep, yeah, I'm thinking. Then we have this.
What do the people want? Let's get up. If they want us to squish on the chair, we do it.
I've got B-roll of all these. Yeah, I'll just have that running while I also.
I can stand over there, man, if it's an issue. I don't really care. Or I can even just sit on this thing.
Yeah, just
Yeah, this looks
yeah,
nice.
I'm gonna bring it for
You
the.
crank the brightness up on
Let me
this.
just check framing.
But you can see now you have less details actually. So
Less
now it's
detail.
sounding a little bit.
It's less detailed.
But this is the best HDR TV looking at.
There you go.
It is, man. It is the best TV.
Okay, so I'm gonna. So you're mainly gonna talk to this camera.
Yeah.
Right now?
To Kyle's camera.
Okay.
So I guess we're just gonna say we're wrapping up the video, or what do you suggest?
One sec. Let me.
I'm just trying to think what's the best way to kind of try to close this part of the video.
I'm thinking story-wise. I'm thinking what segment comes after this.
Well, we're gonna pick the winner, and then take that winner inside.
I mean before this part. So what are we transitioning from?
Okay, well, the last part we had was obviously
The
setting up the TVs, and then we tested some games. We did some HDR and SDR content. Did you record that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Marcus did his measurements. Do you want to bring up those measurements? Do you think it's worth mentioning, how much brightness he gets?
Just now. So if we're talking about real HDR, that's the TV.
Okay.
The other TVs are not for HDR.
Yeah.
That's a very quick answer for this.
Okay, so we just mentioned that we did the measurements. We'll have a B-roll, and then there won't be a segment dedicated to that, but we'll have that in this last segment where we're talking about overall which is the best TV.
Yeah. Okay.
So before that was the game.
Yeah.
I just ended up with So we had a chance to test each TV.
Yeah, so we've spent the last few hours with the TVs, and we've kind of all come to conclusions on what we like and what we don't like.
Yep.
And then
Just go with maybe sideways two ways. Just go with alright, so and then just go.
there you go. Cool, man.
Should be good. Smooth transition.
You can keep playing demo if you want.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
So
I can't see where the camera lens is, man. I can't see what I'm looking at, man.
I mean,
Just look at the TVs.
Not just the settings.
Right.
It's a bit rare, man. It's okay.
The other is under this one.
yeah.
Cool. Alright, ready?
3, 2, 1, rolling.
So we've just had the last, 3 or 4 hours, guys, playing with the TVs, hands-on. We've had a chance to play Doom Eternal, we're playing Dirt 5 at the moment, Halo Infinite. We did some HDR and SDR testing. Marcus did some measurements, so you were doing just some peak brightness levels.
I will just, so we have TCL, Hisense and Telefunken, and when it comes to HDR gaming, there's just one clear winner, it's the TCL. The problem what we had with this, because we decided to use the out-of-the-box settings, so we don't like to go into menus and change something, but this TV was actually cranked down the brightness like crazy, so we had to set this to 100 to get this great HDR picture out of it. So, and it's the clear winner when it comes to HDR.
It is the clear winner when it comes to HDR, so we've kind of tallied up different things that we like about the TV. So we've gone from first impressions, build quality, the operating system, the remote, then we went to gaming, so we tested 4K, 120, how we felt. Surprisingly, I think there was a consensus among all of us that the Telefunken TV was actually the smoothest. It was really weird. So the Telefunken TV, essentially when the TVs are not on sale, it's pretty much half price.
Yeah.
So it raises the question, if you're not super keen on HDR, that is an SDR monster. Like that will play SDR games and it'll play really well.
120 up to 100,
Up to 144.
up to 144,
Yeah.
correct?
And
with VR.
With VR,
Yeah.
I would argue, playing the TCL and the Telefunken, I actually found the Telefunken smoother.
Correct.
So I don't know why, it was just my perception. It could be, I don't know what they're doing on that TV. But, so what we're going to do now is we're going to pretty much try and say, well, if money was no option, which TV would you buy? And if money is an option, which TV would you buy? So, Damien, what are your thoughts? Like, do you have any comments on any of them? Which one would you buy if you had the most money, if you had unlimited cash?
I think I'd go for the TCL.
Okay. And what about if you were on a budget? Like, would you consider another TV? Like, considering this is half
The
price?
Telefunken, to get 120 FPS, it's a bargain, it's a no-brainer. For $700, it's all I've got to spend. And then you go buy yourself a console, brand new 750 PlayStation or something, and then you go $1,500, and you're on your way.
Yeah, that's true, because you could buy the TCL or get a Telefunken and have enough money to get a PS5, which is really good. What about you, Marcus?
I mean, this HDR picture right now looks really good. Okay, so after we change settings, that's the problem, because again, I like to mention this, usually people don't know that they have to change settings, and I don't like this. This is still the winner, but I'm not happy about this. So the Telefunken, we compared, I have the feeling the panel is more responsive, so it means it looks just smoother when you play. Even we have 120 FPS on both TVs. Telefunken was better, so if you're on a budget, go with the Telefunken.
Yeah, it's for me it's hard because we're coming from OLEDs. So once you're on OLEDs, it's really hard to be objective. Obviously, the TCL is a better TV, but like price-wise, you can't look past that. So if you're not if you haven't already been spoiled with an OLED, if you have never owned an OLED before, I would actually say this TV, because you don't know what you're missing with HDR. So for me, I would actually say go save your money, go buy a $699 Telefunken and play console games at 4K 120. And when you do have the money, skip the TCL and go straight up to an OLED. So yeah, wrapping up.
But it's interesting, no one choose the Hisense.
Yeah, well,
And I know why. 60 Hertz, 60 FPS, it is not enough anymore. When you can compare, if you would have just 60 FPS, no one would.
yeah. Look, it's a good point, because if we dialed all these other TVs down to 60 FPS, maybe that would have been a stronger
But
competitor.
that's not the point. We like to use the options what we pay for,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So in conclusion, we've decided the TCL is the winner. Most expensive TV in the room today, which, surprise, surprise, but it's not always the case. So now for the next part of this video, we're going to take that TCL in and we're going to put it up against the LG G4, which is the king TV of 2024, arguably. So we're going to put these two head to head in part 2 of this video. So I'm hoping you'll join us for the next one. Stay tuned and let's get excited. Let's get into it. We'll do some real testing.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Take the TV and
Until
take
next
the
time.
rest.
How is that? Is that awkward?
No, it's perfect. Yeah.
This looks now really good actually. Fucking
It
hell.
looks really good now. It's a good TV, man.
Oh, you should have said about the wheels too. They got the little wheels.
No, we have this in the beginning.
Alright,
Because the
well,
wheels will be.
Let's roll this baby inside.
Oh, just,
Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
You're telling me to expect like to have a couple of shots, a couple of takes, but because you're mostly faceless, yeah.
Mostly what, sorry?
Faceless in other videos, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
really
it's
good
really
in front of
good.
the cameras.
It's really good, yeah.
Okay.
Not as Luna, of course.
So I'm alright, like it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really good, yeah.
Okay, cool, because like I've never been in front of cameras, man, so for me this is like real awkward. But that's why I was like, I didn't know if it would come through on the camera or not, but
No, it was really good.
okay, so
Perfect, actually. I didn't even have to. I usually have pointers, people who aren't like really used to like being on camera. But that's great.
oh, man,
Really
it's good
good.
to hear.
So what TV do you have at the moment? Just take
Ah,
this
he's got the
Yeah, I was just like, give me one of your TVs, man.
This is no problem, you know, here, look at this.
cool, man. I'm glad to hear that, Kyle. Thanks, man, because I don't know if I'm coming through like a dickhead, if it sounds weird, like,
I think the live stream's still on.
yeah, that's cool.
It's okay.
It's alright. People are enjoying it, man.
Maybe I need to do a live stream.
I've been begging you to do live streams. I've been begging you. I said, let's do live streams.
Let's
The
do it.
guy's too busy. He's got romance, he's got business.
No.
I got nothing, man. I just got
I have
TV.
to comment on your live stream. I'm live commenting on his live stream.
Is anyone there? How do you check if there's comments?
Maybe you're not sure.
What's the latest one? So Vlad, I don't know if you're still watching. Indeed, the TCL seemed like the right
was 1
choice to
minute
go. Yeah. Oh, was it 1 minute ago? Oh, you're still
Yeah.
with us, Vlad? Where is it?
Legend.
Even though how it looked through the camera. Looking forward to the next video, guys. You're all great. Great video, guys. Thanks, Vlad. Man, what a legend. Dude, far out. When I hear stuff like that, it's like very motivating. So what I'm thinking now is we grab this TCL and we take it inside, put it up against the G4, but I want to try and make it pretty quick and simple. So what do? We load up Xbox game.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, what can we do to just showcase it? Because now we've chosen a winner, we don't need to go through all that crap again. So what do? We load up the
You
game,
would need your splitter, I would say.
but you can't, I don't have a 4K 120 splitter.
Yeah, but then we just load up Doom or whatever.
Yeah, we did the same thing. Except
The
like
same thing,
condenses earlier, like they have.
Okay.
Anytime,
Now we know.
Just do the same.
Yeah, just maybe Halo and then HDR test
Okay.
and
Implement on your channel, right?
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, that's just okay. Very strong. Obviously.
So, TV, we need the Xbox.
Should I take mine?
Take the Xbox.
Because there's my profile. Because we need two profiles.
I'm just seeing which one powers on. Was that one? Okay, so that controller's for this one here. So this is the one that's going. So we need to take, this will go with it, this will come with it, that power and this cable.
You want a hand?
I might get ahead taking the TV in a moment. I've got the controller, all this stuff can stay. I'll deal with that later. TV. Here we go, man. This is the D-Day. This is the C. The money's worth it. Alright, so you've got a HDMI, you've got power. I've got the controller. Where is the remote? Anyone seen the TCL remote? Yeah.
You got the controller. No? Who got the
Yeah, I've got the Xbox controller. It's in my pocket. We can just leave all that crap for now. Just turn the TVs off.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'll take my live stream in. Hey guys, do you want to come with us on the live stream? There you go, man. Professional. Let's go.
Tell your wife, your wife.
Yeah. Have to take my shoes off. Oh, I've got to come back and get the big TV. Are you finished with that? The machine? Okay. We're going to do some stuff in here now, yeah. All right. You all right? So that's for the TV. Oh, you got it? Not always, man. Surprisingly quite white. So I'm thinking, where do we position this?
Bottom? How is it?
Yeah, maybe just on the floor, man. I think that's going to be good enough.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's a big difference, in terms of.
Look, at least we're both facing like straight,
Yeah.
and
I mean, I'm not playing on the TCL. That's clear.
all right, I'll go get some power and some extension leads. so, bro.
I think he's really bored. He's been running around like crazy.
As he? Alright. So.
You're already in the right position.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, why? I can't stop thinking about this.
Right?
Perfect, thank you. Alright. So, how are we doing on this live stream? So, wow, amazing from here, like the
Yeah.
raised blacks
Uh-huh.
because of the panel tech.
So
You
it's
can just
still
see-
not bad, you know, not like bad.
It's true.
It's
I just wish we could close this off, but we can't. We've got nothing. Alright. Take this off. Oh, it's a legit sticker. Come take a seat, man. Is it a bit warm in here?
no, it's fine. You know this, huh?
Oh, I don't know what Adam's one is though.
So what did we print now? It's the mine. Oh, yeah. Who's playing today? I have to know.
Yeah, I'll check the text.
And this is the size is crazy, huh? The difference. So we just played on this TV and it was fine. And now you have this and
You're spending a lot more money for that big TV, aren't you?
Turn the back.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
I'll just wait.
So what's the price difference in TVs here?
Yeah, what do you
The TCL versus the LG.
I mean, I think he got a pretty good price or whatever for this one. What's going on now? I can change this to 120. Yeah, thank you. That's a pretty decent TV, to be honest. But again, twice the price, you know? And it was on special as well, what he said.
TCL was on special.
Yeah. Was this on special?
Load it up, man. Sorry?
Was this on special as well, or was this the
What do you mean special?
special price, or was it already the price? What?
It was on special, yeah.
So it's actually even more expensive.
How much was it, the TCL?
So what ended up happening was that I purchased it for about $1,200, and then
Why are you doing this, really?
was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? So basically, I purchased it for $1,200, and then the next day I just went online to look at it, and it actually had dropped below $1,000. and then I ended up getting a contact who gave me a better price. So I ended up getting it, I think, for $979.
Pretty good.
Look, it's okay, yeah, but it's better than $1,200. But yeah, look, it's just it's a one-way purchase, man. I can't return it. So I have to figure something out with it.
What were we doing? Doom or something else? Or
We're doing Doom, we're doing Halo. We can load up Doom because Doom's a dark game. I've just got to transfer it across. Look at COD, 166, 258 gigabytes.
Yeah.
That's, yeah,
It's ridiculous.
that's so big, man. Alright, so we'll get this set up. Just got to copy Doom across, so it shouldn't take too long. It'll be very interesting to see. While that's copying, like, can you just go to the home screen? Marcus, just of the Xbox. I just want to see. We won't get the same picture. I can't, because I don't have it launched Doom. I can't get to the same background, but yeah. Like for example, the only thing I can see the bottom right hand corner, the Black Ops 6, and it's got it up there. Like for me, I can see the difference there, but so it's a very small item. We need to get the full screen going, but like yeah, the color on the OLED looks a lot better. The grey tiles for me. It's interesting, man. We've got to get into a game. We can't, like, we could probably do that.
The Cold War is over.
Oh, I can't turn down my volume because the TV's in the way. Alright. What time do you need to get out of here, Kyle? Sooner than later?
Just remember.
Yeah, I don't imagine this will take too long.
Should be quick.
Yeah, should be quicker, man. We're just going to show some content. You know, I think we'll be playing games, we'll be commenting. I want Damien to say, oh yeah, I can see the difference, I can't, you know. If you can't, you can't, that's fine. Like, you don't have, I don't want you to say what you think I want you to say. Like, I just want you to say what you see.
should we start with some YouTube things? But we need to be really careful what we're comparing as well.
Look, it's a nice picture, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
But this one, no.
Freaking ads, man. Is the live stream still going?
Yeah.
Okay, cranking, man.
You want it on or you want to turn it off?
Getting cashed up, man.
Well, there's 5 people in there.
500?
4 or 5
Oh, yeah, okay.
people.
God, YouTube's a punish without premium, hey.
And you get paid too, so they give it, that's...
Oh, yeah, they're flicking money my way.
But you gotta
Thanks,
pay tax
guys.
on that or not?
Probably.
Gotta pay tax on everything.
Pay tax, man. Gotta pay tax. So,
Maybe I'll
Yeah.
donate. How do I donate?
I'll do a good one.
I don't know, $3.
You're gonna do more than $3. Don't embarrass me.
The minimum is 150.
Euros.
So hit the little dollar icon.
Yeah, super chat.
And what do you hit?
It's to express your gratitude towards a YouTube content creator.
Alright, I'll go 99 cents. Is that alright?
Should take 10% out for GST. There you go. Come on, Doom. Yeah, I forgot we've got to move on in here. I gotta make sure I got Dirt 2. Dirt 2.
This looks pretty good, come on.
Oh, it does, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So maybe we can do this. This is Doom, the beginning. You know, you start a new campaign, and then everybody has more or less the same picture. You know, it's just Xbox Series S versus X, but that's.
Are there two Series S's hooked up now?
No, under the S and X.
Oh, well, doesn't that make a big difference?
Not necessarily. It's more just like the sharpness in the graphics. It's not really the colors or the brightness will change. It'll all be the same. Let's see. I was the king of Doom for a while, man. I used to play this game non-stop.
This game got really good ratings, I think.
It's so good. Glory kill. This game is actually very good to demonstrate an OLED versus an LCD TV because it's got so many contrasting blacks and colors. That's right.
Really not bad. Really.
It's not bad, man. It's not bad at all. It's like for its price, it's pretty decent. Like I said on the video, I was actually being honest. Like if someone hadn't had a HDR TV before, I would just say, man, go get a Telefunken, go enjoy that 120 FPS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Enjoy that buttery smooth movement.
Yeah, because
and then,
HDR is not a must. You know.
exactly. I'd say 120 is for gamers. It's a must. Like that's why I'm like I can't believe games are still coming out at 30 FPS these days. That's just actually.
So is that the developers making them at 30 FPS?
Yeah.
Why don't they do them at 120? Because they're lazy, or
Nah, they don't like to put more details and fidelity and stuff like that.
because it costs them more money?
No, but they like to have a prettier picture. But you know, they forget about that. 30 FPS can be never as pretty as 120 because you're not looking at a photo. You know, you're playing a game. A fast game like that, why would you need more details? You can't see them anyway. You need a very fast picture, you know? Yeah.
How good is this game, man?
It looks pretty good on the
That's the
TCL.
S. Yeah, that's the S.
Look for a Series S, man. This game actually is done really well. The Doom engine's actually really good. Very smooth.
Yeah, let's see, maybe the moving to Unreal 5 as well.
Yeah.
Stutter.
Yeah. Where is it? No fuel. I just want to do that. I didn't realise it would take this long to my other favorite game.
Yeah, because it's just a hard drive, you know, 100 megabyte, it's what you get, 1000 megabit.
Yeah, it's funny, hey, my
Right.
internet connection can do faster than that.
Yeah.
That's local storage. At least it's consistent.
Nice.
Yeah, this is cool. Alright.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
Man, it's look, this is a solid gaming TV for its price. If you're happy with a 55-inch display and you're willing to spend,
It's still crazy because if you don't want to have HDR, which this looks really good.
it's for an LCD TV, it's decent.
What you want if you had a bit of a bigger budget? Let's say, you would want to have what HDR.
You want to have everything. Basically.
Everything.
Yeah, of course. Like there's always compromises. Like I can see like there are slightly raised blacks. I can see certain things,
Looks really
but like if you're not putting it near an OLED, man, this is actually a very good.
you
Very good
shouldn't do
choice.
that.
I think if you're in like an apartment or you don't have a big space, like 55 is most probably enough.
Absolutely.
But if you're in a theatre room, you wouldn't want to go you wouldn't put that up on the wall because it's too small.
Absolutely, yeah. There are larger versions of it, but yeah, you're going to pay.
So the question is a Telefunken a popular brand?
Well, man, until I stumbled across it at Woolworths, I didn't even know it was a thing.
Telefunken.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a thing.
I would say no.
I'm typing it in now. Telefunken.
Telly fucking
Where are you going?
4.5 minutes left. I'm going to have to figure out how to turn down my volume.
They got a soundbar, the Telefunkens.
Yeah, it's a very old brand. Like it's been around for ages. Like Sanyo and like one of the other ones like JVC. Very old brands. But what happens is usually they go out of business and then a company just buys the name and then sells rebadged like TCL or Hisense panels and stuff like that. That's usually what's going on.
Yeah, it was Telefunken is European. It was purchased by a Turkish company in 2006.
There you go.
So for under $1,000, would you say this is the top TV on the market?
No.
It's hard to say.
Under
man.
$1,000.
It looks really
Look,
good.
I don't have enough to compare it to, but I would say it's definitely under $1,000. It's a contender.
For best gaming TV.
Man, is there any secondhand OLEDs?
That's the problem. I mean, this looks really good. Look at the
But
color
brand
and
new, I'm
stuff.
saying brand new, go to the shop.
Brand new, it's not. It's look. It would be up there. I would definitely say this would be a very respectable choice. If someone said to me, "Man, I got this for under $1,000," I would be saying, "Man, that's a fucking good TV for like sub $1,000."
Because that would be the question people would ask. I want the best gaming TV, I've got a maximum $1,000, what would you recommend?
Well, like I said, this was $1,200, and it was funny because the guys wouldn't give me a discount, and I kept pushing, and then they gave me a small discount. But then the next day it went on sale under $1,000, and then I got a discount on the sale price.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so because that's what I always say to people: wait till it goes on sale, then negotiate down on the sale price. So yeah. Yeah, it's good, man. Like, for example, if like someone like you say you're going to put this in like your bedroom and you're going to hook your PlayStation up to it, man.
It'd be nice.
This is a perfect little TV.
But again, you know, this is
It'd be interesting to see if you watch.
Oh yeah, the
This
brightness is
this
defaulting
is
at
crazy.
29.
This can't be right, you know.
But look, that actually does look nice.
Yeah, but then you have now
It's too dim.
800 whatever nits brightness. You know what I mean? Of course, it doesn't look bad. Don't get me wrong, but you miss out of all the HDR highlights.
It's funny because I'm so used to OLED, I can see the smearing. Can you see it? So what the smearing is, Damo, it's like the technology LCD. It's like when the colors and things are changing on the pixel levels, like those little dots. It's not as fast as an OLED. OLEDs have like instantaneous, like they react instantly. So when you move really quickly, the pixels just are a little bit slow, and they create like it's like a rubbing effect, like a smearing. It's yeah.
You know what this can be? So it would be interesting. So TCL is also selling in Europe, right? So if this model is available in Europe, they have with this crappy energy crap.
Yeah, because in
So-
Europe they're very strict.
Yeah. So what they have to do out of the box, the TV must have a certain
Yeah, power.
energy
rating.
power consumption.
Yeah, so they. dim
But
it
then,
down.
of course, you can crank up everything.
Yeah, my
So
8K
maybe
was
that's
like
the
that.
crap.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's it. So when they plug it in and test it out of the box,
Yeah,
it's
oh
not,
yeah, it's fine.
not pulling too much
But
power.
who knows this? Who single mom or whatever goes into the menu and crank up the brightness?
So that also raises the question. It's like, you know, what would you do, Damien? Like, if you bought this TV, would you go into the settings and muck around? Or you
I
just
wouldn't
wait?
do it. I'd ask you because it's like I'm hoping that I buy it and it's the way that it is.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
the
what
Samsung at home, it's older. Like I just leave the settings. I don't play with it, and that's how it's been from stock. But if you looked at it, you could mostly do a couple of things to make the experience better.
But I think Marcus is probably on point because yeah, TV manufacturers now have a lot more stricter energy consumption ratings.
Yeah.
So manufacturers are forced to have settings in their TVs called energy saver or something like that. So when they plug in and test it, it's not drawing. Yeah, it's drawing below a certain amount of power. But even you knew about it. It's like, oh, maybe it's got energy saver on. As soon as you turn that off, it just lights up. It's just the brightness.
Yeah, but
kicks
this is bad, really. This is bad.
It still looks good, but it's when you're used
It's
to
not
the
the full
brightness.
potential.
Yeah.
you pay $1,300 to have a nice HDR picture. That's why I mentioned this on the video. I'm not happy about this. I have to mention this again.
So
Maybe
what,
show.
so what would you do then for this? Like you would,
Just brighten it, man.
you just brighten and that's it.
Yeah.
But the problem is there's a difference between backlight and brightness. So like I'm assuming the brightness on here is the backlight, because sometimes when you increase the brightness, it just turns the picture white.
Yeah, now there's a separate. So this is color saturation. So you can see it as soon as you go down. You can see the whole picture goes
Yeah.
actually dark.
Yeah.
So, and it takes a little bit. See, can you see?
Yes.
So that's
There,
purely
try.
the backlight. And the backlight for HDR should be 100, always, because you like to have
That's
the full brightness. And then on advanced settings, you have actually, again, brightness. Now you can go to contrast and black level. That's what you're talking about, black level.
So you turning on to dynamic contrast or any of those?
This was off. No, it was done. I reset the picture. This is just.
So what about tone mapping? I'd adjust that for like brightness.
But again,
Like
yeah,
brightness
I don't know
power.
if this probably something is like HTHE or whatever. You know what I mean?
Fuck, look at the OLED coming in, man. This thing's. I can
But
see.
I like to
big
keep it in the.
difference.
I see off is not doing anything. Whatever the lens. I leave it. I like the picture. That's the thing. Let's jump back.
So what are we doing? We're just gonna do like a new slot.
So you want to play the campaign and then compare a couple of things?
Yeah, I'm just gonna launch.
And then just talk about
Yeah.
it, because it's most likely talking about this. On YouTube, it's very hard to see all the details. You know.
Let's go. So launch.
Can you go
launch roles.
intro for this segment? Actually, for this
Yeah.
whole video. Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, cool, man.
Right. One sec. Let me get my lights on.
So I'm just trying to think, like, because I remember like my original title was like Battle of the Budget Beasts, but like it was, I remember we changed it. It was like, can affordable TV compete or compare to a high-end TV? Is that kind of what we were going for? I'm just trying to think of the best way to open it.
Vlad's asked the question,
What's that?
is this specific TCL model using VA panel? That might explain the additional smearing.
Yeah, it's a VA panel.
Look,
I'm pretty sure.
We can't say for certain, Vlad, but I would definitely say from my experience, it looks like a VA. Just
It
judging
looks like
on
a
the
VA.
yeah, just judging on the viewing angle. So one typical trait of a VA type panel is its viewing angle. So when you go off center, as soon as you start going like far out, the color and the brightness just dies. So that's a typical VA panel where OLEDs don't have any of that stuff. But yeah, that could definitely be a part of the smearing. So, all right, 3, 2, 1, click. All right, so we're rolling now, huh?
Yep.
Oh, you fast.
Yeah.
Oh, you have subtitles. Look at the OLED.
Night and day, man. Night and day. Wow.
Oh, but if I just play on this TV, I'm happy. But
Yeah.
now this is actually brighter. This is just more accurate.
Yeah.
The OLED is just
Yeah.
more accurate. Look at this.
Man, the OLED smokes it, man. This is ridiculous. Look at the black level above the sky. Like,
Yeah.
look at the difference, like how lifted it is down
And
the
you still
bottom.
have all the details, you know, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, it's good to see. Like,
Oh, this
the colors are much more accurate. Specular highlights are there. You're getting darker darks, brighter brights. This is like what a real HDR image is.
Absolutely.
Where the blacks are black and the brights are bright.
Can you see the difference? How this
Yeah.
is washed out?
And you look at the corners,
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like the top left, bottom
Yeah, yeah.
right corner. Like, see how dark it is in the bottom, or was in the bottom right.
It's a very unfair comparison,
It is,
actually.
man.
But I mean, that's the point, you know what I mean? So, what do you get, you know? This is what you get.
Like, look at the black, the space. Like, see how it's all kind of grey compared to the OLED. Like, look, yeah, it is a very unfair comparison. But look, this is where we're going to have to decide: is this TV worth 3 or 4 times more? Because we could argue the Telefunken TV, which was half the price, I was like, I would go for that.
SDR, fine. Absolutely
SDR,
fine.
fine. But yeah, when we come to this and we're looking at, say, a 55-inch G4 and a 55-inch C754, I think, or 55.
So that's the thing. So this TCL is a decent HDR gaming TV. The LG G4 is high end.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah. It's big difference. Even the color accuracy there, that was blue and green, like the difference on the helmet.
I think they have. I think that's because of
Maybe that's
different-
a choice. Yeah.
yeah. But
Look
here
at
you
the
can
lights.
see the lights. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're talking about 800 nits versus so the 800 nits what I measured from the TCL versus 1400 maybe 1500 on the G4. So that's a big difference. But this looks pretty good. But you still can see this, how black, you know.
Yeah.
This is very bright, but you can see it's an LCD.
This raises like interesting points because look, LCDs are getting so good.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't blame someone if they said, well man, I'm not going to pay 3 times as much for a 15-20% improvement. You know what I mean? It's
How much is the LG 55-inch G4?
that would have to. Can you look that up online? See what
Yes.
they're going on JB Hi-Fi right now.
So let's have a look at a couple of colors.
So it's a
over there. Just-
G4.
Yeah, I mean this looks, of course, it looks better on the OLED.
Like look at that, the picture. Like can you see?
Oh, you can tell it's like day and night.
Like that's like you look at the top right hand corner. It's really black. It's dark.
So it's 3,700 on
So-
JB Hi-Fi.
So 3 times the TV.
3,700. And what did you get this for? 900.
Let's just say it's a $1,200 TV or 1,000. Let's just say it's 1,000 on a good day.
So almost
4 times.
times more. You
4
spend.
times more. Like so, this is the thing. Like if you wouldn't put it next to an OLED, we were drooling over this. You know, and it's
I'm
like,
fine with this.
oh well, I'm not.
No, but because you compare
Oh, we were
now.
fine, but now we're putting it next
Yeah.
to an OLED. Like I'm like, no way.
Well, it comes down to how much you use the TV and how much value you get out of it, really.
Look, this is a good budget option, without a doubt. Like this is a fantastic budget option.
Just show this
Oh yeah, this character.
No, just
right
go,
here. Alright,
yeah.
let's check
and
this
let's
out.
have a look
And
because this is very bright.
Depends on the gaming experience
Oh,
you want to have
yeah,
too.
no
Yeah,
difference,
right.
huh? There's no doubt, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, look at the contrast difference
Yeah.
already, you know?
So when we're talking about contrast, we're talking about say like the darkness in here, and like look how, like when this thing's flashing, you can see how the color is isolated purely to where it's supposed to be. Like the outline of that body, that's the only part that's supposed to be bright, and like the gate behind the character, that's still pitch black. And that's what we're trying to say is like that's a dynamic range. So you're getting a super dark and a really high peak brightness, where LCDs don't have the technology to separate the background from the character. So you can see the gate on the bottom TV is kind of lifted. I don't know if that you can see that or
You can
not.
see it.
So the colors are lifted on the back. So you're really starting to notice this is, and just the smoothness of the panel. Like they're both doing 4K 120, but I look around, there is nothing, it's not missing a beat, where I can see smearing on that LCD
I mean, there's no doubt. The OLED is much clearer.
without
It's-
a doubt. But this is a very good
Yeah.
game to show, because even look at this, like,
The
Yeah.
thing is now, we're just talking about a 55-inch, you know? So the problem is if we would have the LCD or the TCL now in the same size, it would be even more impressive, you know, compared to the OLED.
yeah.
The OLED
absolutely.
would be look really good because then you see all the smearing, all the downsides from the LCD.
Yes, of course.
But again, this is a pretty good TV actually.
I definitely agree. Like, I think this is a very good mid to low range TV. If you have a budget of $1,000 and you've just bought a PS5 Pro or something like that, that is capable of doing high frame rate gaming, it's actually not a bad choice.
No, because we're still talking about 4 times more
Yeah,
money.
and look, I've been converted to OLED. I'm an OLED guy now,
Yeah.
all the way. And I used to be very critical of OLED, but once you've lived with one, it's like, I don't know, it's like eating chocolate
These chocolates versus
and eating
whatever.
dirt. You know what I mean?
I
It's
know,
like,
I know.
For me, look, I guess somebody could come in here and argue and go, man, I only see a 5 or 10% difference. And in some respect, like, they are possibly correct, but it's hard to say because it's not just the picture quality, it's the frame response. Like, when you're moving around on the game, like, even though they're both doing 120 frames per second, the pixel response on the OLED is instantaneous. So that means when you move from side to side, it is absolutely clear. There's no blurry, no smearing. It's just such a flawless technology. Is it worth 4 times as much? That's up to
you.
the individual, but I just think OLED is perfect. There is nothing, like, aside from, you could say, okay, it doesn't get as bright or whatever, but the modern OLEDs are getting just as bright.
Yeah. But the
so
G4 in this case is getting brighter than the TCL here. In this
it
case.
is brighter. And so that's the thing. I feel like if you're a gamer, even if you're not, this is the perfect technology. So it's getting very hard to kind of avoid it. But like as we said, at that kind of price point for $1,000 roughly, it's not a bad option.
No, not at all. It has all the features what you need, and it's really good. If you get this for $1,000, this TV, hey, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
How often would you change your TVs? Like,
Yeah, this is a question both of us get asked quite often on our live streams. See, I'm a really big, like a lot of people will say, oh, I've got a 4-year-old OLED, should I change it? No.
No.
The thing is, like, say you got this TCL, man, you could probably keep it for 4 or 5 years before there's a big enough leap that there's anything worthwhile jumping. Like when people ask me about this G4 or I've got an LG C1 or C10 from 2020, should I upgrade? It's like, no.
No, it's not worth the money. You have improvement, but it's not worth the money what you have to spend to get 10%, 50% more. I saw it on when I compared my CX with the G2. Yes, next to each other, there's a difference. I can clearly see it. But I spent another 5,000 Australian dollars for the G2. Is it worth? Nah.
That's right. And I think people need to manage their expectations. I always say this. It's you get sucked into the hype. Oh, I've got a C1 or a C10 or anything that's OLED. You've got to remember, once you buy OLED, you're in that top 95% of TVs. Even if you get a basic B series OLED or something, your panel technology has done all the hard lifting. You're already there. The only differences you're getting are just brightness differences. So when I went from my C1 to my G4, I was expecting this huge increase in performance and brightness, and there was an improvement, but I really was expecting more.
It's not subtle, okay? We need to make this. It's not subtle, just a little bit of course you have a leap, you know what I mean? More brightness and stuff like that and more features. But again...
But is the price worth the leap? Like if you paid, $5,000 for an 83-inch C1 4 years ago, are you going to pay 7, 8, 9,000 for an 83-inch G4 4 years later? It doesn't make sense.
If you don't have money, what you can spare like that, then don't do it.
Yeah, this is where this TV comes into play. Like, it is quite an attractive proposition. It is a good value proposition. You're looking at a TV, what were we saying, 4 times the price, 4 times cheaper than a G4, right? At its equivalent size.
Yeah.
And you are getting, I would say, relatively close.
So if we're just looking at the money, so price-wise, I would say the TCL is the better TV.
I agree.
Because that's what you get. This is a very decent picture, full stop.
I agree.
So, and you put this next to other TVs, not OLED TVs, this smokes the other TVs.
Yeah,
clearly.
Definitely. What about you, Damien? So Damien's our resident civilian. No, look, that's fine. Like, that's why he's here. Damien is a gamer. You play games, like you're into the PlayStation and all that. But sometimes I feel like you might struggle to tell the differences. Now that you've got an OLED next to a LCD, like, do you honestly feel that there's that big of a difference, or do you genuinely feel maybe like we're maybe giving it a bit too much hype? Like,
I think it's a great TV if you've got the money there and you enjoy playing your games. I think definitely I like the point that you made. You might start with a Telefunken, save a bit of money and just try and upgrade to that better LG, for example, G4, like that really premium TV. That's what I'll be doing.
yeah.
I want to get that high-end TV because, look, I don't play all the time, but I do value my time and enjoy playing games of good quality. So the whole, I enjoy playing the PS5 and Xbox, but definitely I think both TVs are great. Like at the moment, I've got an old Samsung that I'm playing on. It's 6 years old. and it's still I have fun playing it.
Yeah.
But now after comparing a 120 FPS to 60,
This is
Yeah.
I want to have 120, but that LG's like beautiful.
You can see the contrast and the quality there just in this cutscene, like how different it is. Like we've just kind of gotten ahead of each other. But if you go into that room there, like it's so if you go to that's the left there. Yeah, we should have played them side by side, but that was a massive gap in the quality of the picture there. It's very interesting. We should probably look at switching games now, like go play something different. See what I mean?
But you're not really comparing apples to apples here, are you? Like there's just such a big discrepancy.
Yeah, there it is. There's a massive discrepancy.
But I think this TCL for $1,000 or
It's good, man. But see, can you see how everything looks almost like there's a layer of grey
yeah,
over
that's
the
but
screen?
that's typical LCD.
LCD.
That's
That's what I'm
typical
saying.
LCD.
so that's LCD. The difference
That's the
between
technology.
okay.
So if we look outside here,
Yeah.
you can see like there's a general kind of, as I said, if you just stay on that frame,
Just
like if you say look up at that building there, like in the corner to your right,
Yeah.
see like the
It looks
colours
crystal.
are
Looks
rich.
crisp.
Yeah, you look in the building on the left, there's real dark shadows, but the brights are really bright. But just in general, that LCD TV looks like it's got a layer of grey.
like a haze or whatever, something
Yeah.
like that.
The colours aren't as rich and vibrant. That's an LCD panel. This is like peak LCD quality, where OLED, this is just standard OLED. That's inherent of OLED's technology.
Probably you get a little bit better if you have local dimming, proper local dimming, then you will see a little bit of a better picture on the LCD, but the haze always, I don't know how to say this, this washed out look is always what I saw, on LCDs. And that's why at some point my QN95B went back. It was,
And that was a good TV for what it was.
It was the top of the end from Samsung in 2023, I think, I can't remember. But next to my CX, and yes, the peak brightness on the CX was way lower than on the Q95B, but in general, the picture quality was much better on the OLED.
So the LG's OLED.
Yeah.
Not all LGs.
No,
are
no,
OLEDs.
no.
Okay, but the one that we're looking
This
at
one,
here.
yeah.
This is an LG OLED.
So where do OLEDs start? Like from a 55-inch range? Like what's the?
No, they go down
43.
to 43
Oh yeah, you
inches.
can have monitors now as well with 2070.
I guess what I'm trying to say, like the 55-inch OLED. Are there any in that $1,000 range or not? Or they're just
No,
too
I don't
expensive?
think
I highly doubt it.
So OLED's the
The
at the
technology
top.
in general is just way better. That way more expensive, and it's priced accordingly. Like that's the main issue. And in the past, burn-in was a really big issue. A lot of the early OLED models suffered from burn-in, where you get like this image retention. So for example, see on the display you're looking at, on the bottom left-hand side, there's a HUD. So that's called a static element. That's something that's always there for the whole game. So you can play for 3 hours, and that health bar and armor bar will always be there. On older OLEDs, there was a really bad problem where that image would burn in. So when you would watch different content, it would still be there
That's
in
not
like
good.
just the outline of it. And I think that's what kind of causes a lot of people to be a little bit more apprehensive from getting an OLED, is because they're still concerned about this. But the technology has evolved so far right now. It's improved. There's so many algorithms that kind of mitigate these issues. I just don't think it's a problem anymore. But in answer to your question, yeah, OLED inherently, just as a technology, is just much more expensive.
So the
That's
cheapest
just how it
OLED
is.
what I found at the moment is from Kogan, 55-inch,
I wouldn't.
1400.
I wouldn't use a Kogan if it was donated to me. I
Just
bought
now, you
I bought
were
a
asking
Kogan.
about
But
cheapest OLED.
A lot of people have a TV though, so they've got a TV, and all these new TVs are coming out. So why would I upgrade? Like obviously the gaming experience and all that's better, but then I was thinking, oh, it's a pain. I've got to get rid of my old TV. What do? Do you donate it? Do you try and sell it?
That's the game. Yeah. What do you do? That's how it works. It's
Yeah.
like, but
You
then you
need
have
a
to
lot of rooms.
decide for yourself, like what suits you. For example, if you have a TV at home, maybe you have a room that doesn't have a TV, and you can donate your existing TV to another room, if that makes sense. So it's really comes down to your situation. Are you prepared to sell your existing TV? For example, when people are on our live streams asking us, should I sell my 3 or 4 year old OLED for the new one? No, because like, what are you going to do with that? That's still good. There's nothing wrong with that. So it just comes down to your circumstances.
But for gaming these days, you want 120 FPS. That's what you should be going for.
I think 120 FPS is almost like a must now, which is why I feel like people don't get fired up enough when PS5 Pro games are coming out at 30 FPS. Like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
You know, we're getting consoles that are coming out
So we
and
need
we're
to
still playing at those frame rates.
we need to make this clear. So we're talking about 120 hertz because then you can have up to 120 FPS. So your TV or screen must support a high refresh rate in order to have high frame rates. Okay. So, but yeah, 120 FPS or 120 hertz is, in my opinion, the absolute minimum what your new monitor screen TV should have.
See, if you pay attention, I've actually turned the frame rate down on my
60.
OLED. Can you see how it's not as buttery smooth anymore?
course.
It's jagged. So that's just to give you an idea. Like, see, the bottom TV now looks smoother.
Yeah.
If I look around quickly, it looks rough. Like you can't resolve what's going on with your eyes. So if I change that setting back to 120 FPS, look at that now. Like how much.
There's such
See
a
what I mean?
big difference.
Big difference. You can everything
And
remains
literally,
clear.
the TCL looked better at this very moment. Well, not better, but in terms of movement, better
Smoothness, yeah.
than the OLED TV. But this right now is, well, it's just amazing. You know?
Well, yeah. If you look at just the dark areas and
Yeah.
stuff like that, it's just incredible.
Contrast is so much better on the
so
OLED.
much better.
There's no doubt. I don't even know where.
Yeah, it's actually it's very difficult because, as I said in the earlier video, if you haven't been spoiled by an OLED yet, you could easily get away with this and be super happy and just go, this is the best TV ever. And I can certainly see why. There's nothing wrong with it, but I think if you've had an OLED, I just don't think you can go anywhere else after that.
That's
That's
the problem.
the trouble.
That's the problem because we're spoiled. That's the problem. And not just with OLED, we're spoiled with LG, Samsung. You know, that's
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, I'm thinking now we could probably do like a bit of an intro to the video. We've got some meat
Yeah,
in
we've
the
got
middle.
20 minutes worth. Yeah, I
We
think
can
yeah.
go
Oh
into
my God,
that.
that's
Yeah,
fun enough.
I'm gonna grab some B-roll after that, but first we'll just grab an intro for the second video.
Yeah, let's change games.
And yeah,
Let's go to Halo. Let's go to Dirt 5 actually. Go to Dirt 5. Get a little bit of B-roll, like of gameplay of Dirt 5.
Yep.
Oh, do I have it? I might have to transfer it from your Xbox. 1 second. Where am I going? Manage. Record transfer.
Game is leaving, oh my god.
I know.
No
I might get you to shut Dirt 5 so it's quicker if that's alright. Just like that. Because it might go too slow. I can see the clarity of the text is heaps better on the OLED. Like yeah, if we go, like just hit your Xbox button. What do you guys think? See where it says like home, my game and apps.
Oh, it looks amazing.
It
OLED.
looks so much
yeah,
cleaner
no,
on
This
the
is
OLED.
really, yeah.
See what I mean? Like
yeah.
that-
Usually differences like this wouldn't come up on camera,
Mm.
but like
But this
because,
looks like-
because the difference is so huge in between both TVs.
It comes through.
Yeah, it comes through.
Yeah, just the resolution of the text, like home, my games and apps, like that looks really rough and jagged on the LCD to me.
Yeah, it looks like over sharpened a little bit. But
Yeah.
it's weird because you would expect this from a bigger TV, you know? But it's not.
Did you
kill
overheat?
that? Did you kill that? Ah, we did. Let's see. Hopefully this will go fast. If it doesn't, man, we'll just play Halo. I just wanted to play a card.
Oh, okay.
Oh, has it run out of battery?
Yep, I've used.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think we have enough. We got
Plenty,
footage
man.
from that. Let's see.
Let's play some.
What's a good intro? I'm thinking goal of this hook will be
Well, I want my 2-second hook. That's
yeah,
what I'm
it'll
thinking.
tease this, and then after that, the second thing is we have to like plug the first video for anyone who's coming straight to the second video.
Yeah.
So just say
It's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games. Played them all.
Finish them all.
Have you finished them all, Adam?
No chance. Is the live stream still going?
Yes.
Oh wow. Anyone on there?
3 people.
Oh, 3 people, man. That's pretty cool. 3 people in the world have chosen to spend their afternoon with me.
4 thumbs up.
Bloody
Full thumbs
nerds,
up.
really.
Poor guys, man. Suspend my game. That's my fault.
Do you notify them of the live stream, or you did it just
I
like
just
last
did
minute?
an impromptu live stream.
Maybe you need to let everyone know
A
before.
bit late for that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to come up with a hook. So yeah, maybe it's just like gotta think Linus tech tips, man.
I mean, maybe we should focus on the not size difference.
You know what, Linus? I find Linus uses a lot of stuff just to get attention, even if he's bending the truth. Like for example, if I said we compared a $1,000 TV to a $10,000 TV, which what he's saying is true, which in this case we are, but then he's not talking about well, it's a 55 and an 83, but it's still the truth. You know what I mean? And that's a good like line to get someone interested. You know, we put $1,000 and $10,000 TV side by side just to show you what the differences are. You know, like something like that to make people interested in that.
What
Yeah,
is
it's
the
something
taking
dynamic. You could go. We could
It's
go
very slow.
zoomed in on the. Maybe at this one. So and then you'll be like next to it. It'll be zoomed in. You'll have this, and you'll be showing this TV. This TV is how much ever. And then
$10,000.
while this TV is $1,000, and then
10 times more.
and
so
then
10
this
a number.
is, and then you're gonna say, let's see, which TV is better? No doubt this one, but is it 4 times better, 5 times better, whatever,
Yeah.
something like that. So like zoomed in, swap, and then.
Is there still a game running in the background? Why does it
I
take
just
so long?
closed it. It might take a second to ramp up. If it doesn't ramp up in a minute or two, we'll just can it and we'll go to Halo. It's already installed. We're not going to wait 47 minutes. Yeah, maybe I can stand next to the TV and go like kind of like high sense.
Yeah, start with this
Minus.
one. It'll be kind of like semi-hook because like you say this one's this expensive and it zooms out and shows this second one, and then we have to establish that that this one's already better. Why is it like 4 times better? Because
because what I'm thinking in my mind is like we'll do that kind of intro and the hook, and then we might cut, and then I might say something like, and we're gonna sit here and talk about it and tell you what we think the difference is, and then we kind of cut to like us being here. But I guess with Linus, I do like he kind of says his thing and it's all organic. It just kind of he just flows into the room and it's all one shot and it's all that kind of stuff. Like, so it might be a bit tricky to kind of connect what we just said then for that stuff. I don't know. It'll slow down. It slows down if you open. Yeah, installation stopped.
You're copying from the other box, so.
No, from this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm copying from one from the other, but it's going so slow. Because it's over Wi-Fi. That's right.
Yeah. That's.
We'll just chuck on. Should be quicker than that. What else can we play? I don't want to wait that long. I am thinking in my mind about what you're saying, Kyle. I think I can just open up with like that big kind of punchy line. Like we compared a $10,000 TV to a $1,000 TV, and we're going to tell you if it's worth your money. You know, and then I might say like, if you watched our previous video where we bought 3 affordable Australian TVs and compared them against one another, we really took our time to figure out which one was the best TV out of the bunch. So now we've brought it into the room to test it against the best TV of the year, the LG G4, and see what kind of results we can get. And if we can determine that this is worth 5 times more, you know, or are they too close? Something to that extent. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but you tell me if you've got any better thoughts or suggestions. Thinking?
Yep. Yeah, I think that sounds good. Same thing. More of we compared a $10,000 to $1,000 TV, and then make sure we're here again with introduction again.
Marcus.
To Marcus, yeah. And then don't forget to mention last time we did the video where we did this. If you haven't watched yet, link below, blah blah.
Yeah, link in description.
And then let's see. I'll make it interesting. I'm trying to cram so much in that first 5 seconds.
It's almost clickbaity, that's the problem, but it is true. That's what I've noticed with Linus. He does a lot of like catchy stuff. Yeah, so. Alright. What's another game I've got we can play? I wanted to play. What's already installed on this? Yeah, man, like even that, like that's so harsh, the LCD to me. It feels so like rough. I don't know, does that make sense to my eyes? Like the picture, it's not as, the OLED isn't, it's, I don't want to say it's softer, but it's more refined. I don't know how else to explain it.
I'd say crisp.
It's like that, I feel like the LCD is over crisp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too crispy. That's how I feel when I'm looking
Yeah,
at
like
it.
not too like anti-alias.
Yeah, it's harsh. It's like over sharpened or something like that. Even just looking at the text where it says games, like all that stuff, it just seems like yeah, just a very, you know, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Anyway, I'm just trying to find a game we can just play that we don't have to wait around for anymore. I was hoping for a racing game. What do we have on here? There's Halo. We can play Halo, man, if we want to just do. I really wanted to play Dirt 5, but it's actually not a bad game, Dirt 5.
No, it's not.
Don't have any Forza on there.
Is latest Halo good?
Pardon?
Latest Halo good?
If you like Halo, yeah. I did. I really liked it. A lot of people hated it, but I liked Halo 5 as well. Guardians, people hated that. So, yeah.
I completely ditched consoles after. So last time I played Halo was like 360.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a while ago
Yeah.
now, man. Jeez, 360.
Yeah, I've moved to PC gaming.
Never going back?
I think so.
What game are you doing now?
We're going to try Dirt, but it's taking too long, so I'll probably just play a bit of Halo. It's just, because Doom was a very good game because it's very dark and contrasty. I'm just trying to think what another good game would be. Like Star Wars is a sick game in terms of picture quality for me.
Let's do this.
Want to just do that?
Because
We'll
HDR
try.
looks also great
It
on
does.
this one, yeah.
It's a monster for HDR. Let's see. If you've got a license for it, do you have EA Play? It might not work.
Oh yeah, look at this picture.
Difference, man.
I have Ultimate, it should be included with Ultimate.
See, just while we're off camera,
Look at
but
this,
can you see the difference? Like if you look, say, on the extremities on the left, like the bottom left-hand corner and the left side, like,
Well, it's a VA panel.
yeah.
But the video earlier was great for like the overall discussion after.
So this is,
I think-
I would use this picture actually as introduction
Yeah,
because you can
yeah.
clearly see the difference.
And then like part of the
Yeah.
intro, maybe we go for like 2-3 minutes, and then like try to like point out here just so it's more dynamic rather than just sitting for the whole rest of the video.
Yeah,
we can have that in the discussion at the
I
end.
was gonna get up, yeah.
But like yeah, for the intro, get up, and then like we'll have another segment where you like directly like point out each difference
Okay.
between the TVs, and I will have the end part of the video as the discussion that we had earlier, which should be
Yeah.
pretty good.
Okay. What we can do to make it more.
Now I would really use the first picture, It also probably, I don't know what have you thought about any thumbnail so far,
Oh wait, yeah, we have to grab some images.
Because
we usually have images.
This
of something
was I don't know if you just stand next to it or do like this, like Linus.
Usually I have. I'll probably grab a couple of shots of you guys outside, just for better lighting, or maybe even in the shed, and then I'll add that to the thumbnail because it'll work better.
Okay.
Because usually what I'll have any creator do is I'll have them sit down and like do a bunch of faces, and I'll just use that for all of the videos.
Okay. Alright, so let's get this intro nailed. So what do we?
You reckon we can get back to the thing? Exit back to the start screen?
Sure.
You think we can? Yeah. After the intro, you just go straight, and then you just go straight into it. Just go like right off the bat. Here we can see blah blah blah, and yeah.
Yeah.
So this picture,
Yeah.
this is fantastic to show.
Yeah, we just open up here.
Big difference, hey. Big difference.
So yeah, first frame's gonna be kind of zoomed in,
Yep.
and then you'll say, yeah.
I still like that opening line where I say like, oh sorry, yeah, like either we put a $10,000, $1,000 TV up against a $10,000 TV, so you don't have to, or something like that, or
Whatever.
Yeah, that's good. We as long as we have it zoomed in on one.
yeah.
Which one are you going for,
Probably
for
the-
first?
this one.
The bigger one first?
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say something like, we bought a $10,000 TV here to put it up against the one. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Man, what would be the best way to? Because I have to turn it on. Like that's the problem. I have to turn this actor shit on.
That's we compared this $10,000 TV to this $1,000 TV, so you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Which of course everybody would love to do that, but anyway. Damien has good ideas.
Live stream king.
What are we doing?
Still live streaming, man.
Still things. I'm trying my best here.
$1,000.
A few more tips, man.
But just compare those pictures,
Yeah.
Doesn't heat too much, does it?
So can you see like the difference here?
This
Like
is-
if you sit back,
You can
that's
tell the
true.
difference, but I know the price difference too.
So that's a big thing.
But this is better. Can you see the banding here?
Yeah.
So
No,
cash
but
flow is not a
It's
problem.
here as well, but
Yeah.
I'm going for the big boy, but
But see another thing, like, alright, say you stand in front of the TV, right? You stand like directly in front, I'll get you to stand. And so what I'll get you to do is like pay attention to, take a step back and we'll move off angle
Yeah.
and watch the colours and like how this TV starts fading, like come over
you
here
can see it.
and it fades out. See all the colours are like flat and washed and grey? See how that's still the same?
But this one's about what, 30 grand, isn't it? This TV.
Not 30,000, but look, when it first came out, it was like a $10,000 TV. But like that's what I'm saying. So these are the different things you got to think about. So for like this kind of room, like you wouldn't want to put this TV here, even
No
if
way.
it was 85, because if you're sitting here, it's going to look like
You
shit.
need the top.
That's what I mean. So depending, if you're sitting in your bedroom in a 55-inch TV, and this is where you're laying in your bed, this is the only position you watch the TV, that's fine. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of considerations you have to think about. Is it a wide space?
Everybody can.
I think
This
for
is
a
so
theatre
good
room,
to
you got to
see.
get a nice TV, don't you?
Man. You have to.
If you go to the effort of having a theatre room,
Correct.
you need a nice
Yeah.
TV.
You have to,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
That's interesting because a lot of people most probably skimp on a TV, don't they?
Well, look, a lot of people will go to a TV store
You go-
and look at the price difference and go, I'm not going anywhere near that.
Mm.
Like, even if it was a 55-inch and it's, you know, $4,000 and that's $1,000, they're going to go, man, I can take 4 of them home right now. And you can't blame them for thinking that, you know what I mean? But,
But then
hey,
this is going to last a lot longer. That's the way I would think about it. So I'm getting more out of that.
look, it will stay good for a lot longer, meaning as PCs and consoles improve, you're still going to get, like, sick performance out of this TV for a long time. It's like, you know, like my C1 that you play on out the front all the time. That's 4 years old now, and that still looks amazing because it was one of the best TVs of its time. But yeah, all right. Kyle, I know Kyle wants to try and wrap up, so I got to do my phony intro guy thing. So I'm just trying to figure out how to link it. So like I know my kind of opening line. So maybe do my opening line and then just say like, if you're watching our earlier video, we did a comparison between 3 affordable Australian TVs. If you haven't checked that out, go check out, link in the description. So we're here today to put the winner of that contest up against the King of TVs 2024. And you know, I think do we cut there or do we just go in, or do we just start
You
going?
can either cut there or you could keep going on about the TVs because we need a couple of shots of you actually like pointing out the differences
Yeah.
in the TV rather than having you guys explain it while sitting down. Just
I
make
might
more.
explain that
Do you
that
need me? Because I've got to make Jeremy at 6.
you're meeting him.
At 6. So now, unless you still need me for any.
Just for this last part,
Yeah.
15 more minutes.
Yeah, I'll
That's
tell
all
him. I'll say
Alright.
15. Yeah, no worries.
Because what I wouldn't mind showing is like the off-angle viewing, like maybe like. Does that come through on the camera if you come
I'm
across?
fairly sure, yeah. Let me see. Let me grab a shot.
Because it's amazing, like the OLED's still blue and black, and this is just grey and washed. I'm just gonna pee quickly.
I'm pretty sure that the OLED starts dimming now because nothing is happening.
There's a controller.
Yeah,
there you go.
I think so. Yeah,
There
this
you
looks now much better again. The OLED started dimming already.
I've got to think more Linus Tech Tippy. I've got to think. He's just like.
Why don't you look at his video?
I have. I've been watching him. Like, you know, he'll sit there and go, "Can you believe that this?" It's just not me. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
I got this almost. You can't see.
But yeah, he'll do that. He'll sit there and go, "I paid $10,000 for this TV just to put it against this one thing." And it's like, it's just not me. But that's what he does, and he's really good at it because
Speak
that
you.
dramatic kind of funniness
But
comes
that's your
through.
2-second hook. you
It's
know?
just I'm too serious. I'm not that type of guy. I like women and you know, it's too straight.
Especially Luna. Yeah.
All right, we're going to do this. All right, so we're going to wrap it up. Day's getting long. Okay.
Right. Let me.
Make sure that, because it was starting dimming.
Oh yeah, nice.
Right. Let me.
Do you want to take a seat or?
Yeah, I'll sit down.
Because what I might do is I might do like a little bit of an intro and just go like what we're here to do today is to kind of compare these two and really see if the difference is worth the value in money. So then I might turn to these guys and go, tell me what you think. I want honest. Like, you know, so what I'm trying to say is imagine this is a 55 inch. So they're the same size. So this is now 1,000, that's 4,000, right? That's when I want you to answer the question, like, would you pay an extra 3,000 for this in the same size?
I would though, but someone else.
But that's what I want to know and why. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right.
Yeah.
Done.
We're gonna start zoomed in here. Just so yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go a little bit closer?
Closer. To
Yep.
the TV.
Yeah, because I want to show this. It's like you bought this,
Oh, shit.
but also you got this.
Oh,
yeah,
Marcus.
kind of like that.
Marcus is going to open it again. You press the button, sorry.
Yeah, because the OLED dims.
Thanks for hanging with
You know,
us.
the LCD
everyone.
doesn't. That's how it is.
Can you believe it? I've got Marcus from Gaming Tech here, like,
That's me.
really.
It's me. You're welcome. Thank you very much for having
Now,
me.
Marcus
really.
is starting an OnlyFans, so if you guys want to sign up.
What do you mean starting? It's already go to.
Marcus at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's go for
Alright,
it.
just getting my thing together. So you're thinking we go from like zooming into here to
Yeah,
here.
and I'll go back. I'll have it zoomed in though.
Alright.
I'll have it zoomed in, and I'll zoom out to like show both TVs. I can get in front.
Do we get out of the way?
No. I'm gonna see where is a good place to get that frame. I may have to like kind of sit on the couch here. So.
I think you get this guy for suburb data.
I know,
He's all over. He's like a
king, he's the
ninja.
king. I can't
There we
get on
go.
the couch, I'll break it.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So am I just like, I don't need to raise my voice to get to you, it's just going through the lapel?
Yep, we'll go through that.
Alright.
Right, and go for it.
Okay. Don't laugh at me,
Vladimir was laughing. Vlad.
Yeah, fucking Vlad. Yeah. Alright, we good?
Yep.
Alright, cool. We bought this $10,000 TV just to compare it to this little $1,000 TV. So if you were paying attention to our last video, we had the battle of the budget beasts. So they were 3 Australian affordable TVs. So if you haven't checked out that video, please check it out, link in the description below. So today we have taken the winner, which is the TCL C755 55 inch, and put it up against the king of TVs, the LG G4. So today we're here to compare these two and to see, is the difference worth it? Is the price difference really an issue? And would you pay the difference? So we have Marcus here from Gaming Tech, would you believe it? And we have our friend Damien here, who's also one of our helpers for today. So guys, I'll start with you, Damien. Tell me, what do you think about the differences in this TV? Do you think these TVs are worth the difference in price, and would you pay the difference in price if they were both 55 inch, based on a G4 being around $4,000 and this being a $1,000 TV?
Me personally, I would. I see it more as, with a PlayStation, big PlayStation fan, I would think that I definitely want to pay that little bit extra, or 4 times, I wouldn't say little, a lot more. But I think it's going to last me longer. You can see the difference in the picture quality. But again, if I'm a budget gamer, there's nothing wrong with that sort of $1,000 TCL TV. I think it's great value for money if you can't stretch that budget.
And what do you think about the difference? Like, if I sat you down here and I wasn't pointing out like the banding that's going on here to the black levels here, would you notice that? Would you go, okay, maybe this is worth the extra $3,000, or is that to you, that's not an issue? Like, now that we're pointing it out, how important is that stuff to you? Do you feel that's even an issue at all?
It's hard to say that it's 4 times better, like maybe 2 to 3 times. I think you'd be stretching it to say 4 times, but you can definitely see the sharper image quality on the LG TV. So for me, I would definitely pay that extra because I know it's going to last me longer.
What about you, Marcus? Like, he's sitting there, I can see his lips ready to go. Like,
What are you asking me? OLED forever. I mean, look, this is like crazy. This is a crazy big difference. You have, I don't know where to start. Start with contrast, start with color saturation, start with the feeling when you play the game actually, because even we're talking about 100 FPS or 100 Hertz here as well on the TCL, but it looks so much better on the OLED screen. So there's no doubt. If it is worth the money, this is a question which everybody has to answer for their own.
Yeah.
I would like to spend, or if I can, I would spend the more money, because if this is what you do for leisure time or whatever, then you should have the best quality.
Absolutely.
That's how it is.
One thing I want to see, Kyle, if you can try and get this on the camera, one thing a lot of people don't understand is that OLEDs have really good viewing angles, and one of the things I don't like about LCD TVs, particularly VA type panels, and that's something we can go into on another video and help you understand what it is, but generally speaking, VA type panels don't have the best viewing angles, which means if you have a TV like this in a big size room where you have a couch over there, and you're not just sitting directly in front of the TV, when you go off angle, quite often the picture can look washed out. So I don't know if you can try and get this on camera, but if we go straight from the middle of the TVs, can you see if you can get the OLED as well in there? And then if you go off angle to the side, you'll notice the OLED maintains all its color, all its brightness, where the LCD just starts looking really washed out and grey. For me, that's a really big thing. Some people might say it's not a non-issue, but for me, these type of things really, really matter. Now, when we came to playing games on these things, both TVs supported 4K 120. Thoughts, Damien? Did you have any feelings, or did you feel that was the same?
Different. The LG is just a clear winner, but is it 4 times better? That's, I think, the main question. So I think the LG definitely is up there. I think it comes down to how long do you spend on the TV? Is it 1 hour a week or is it 15 hours a week? And the gaming argument too, you're not going to pay, you know, $1,500 maybe for a PS5 Pro and then buy $1,000 TV. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No.
So it just depends on your circumstances.
And you, Marcus?
OLED. No, I mean, look, again, this is a hobby, you know, and you spend a certain amount of money for the hobby. And I fully agree with you. So if you don't have the budget, you know, then you don't go for a PlayStation 5 Pro, most likely. You go for the PlayStation 5, and then maybe the TCL is fine. But if you like to experience the best out of the best, you know, like PC gaming, the new 5090, which is coming eventually, you go for OLED. And you go most likely for a Samsung OLED or maybe for the G4, because that's the best what you can get for money, if money is not a problem.
Yeah, and this comes down to now you as the audience. So you guys need to decide, like it's so easy for us to sit here with our OLEDs and go, oh, OLED's the best. But that's the thing, is it 4 times better? If you're getting a 55-inch for $3,000 less and you're still getting 4K 120, you're getting a reasonably impactful HDR experience, it is hard to say an OLED is worth the money because you could get
let's say
4
like
of
this.
these.
Let's say like this. I can buy the TCL straight away now, but for the G4 with 55-inch, I have to wait 4 months. I would wait 4 months. I would wait 4 months.
Because you've been spoiled.
No,
by
because
it.
you spend more. You spend your money twice then, because you will regret it. You will just regret it. So if you can save money, then I would really recommend to save money and go with the better TV technology, and that's OLED.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the price is mostly the biggest thing that people factor in with a TV.
Yeah.
You go to JB and you're flooded with TVs. So, you know, I sit the TCL in front of me, it looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But now that I've seen the LG and played on it, it's fantastic. And where you compare $1,000 versus $4,000, you have to remember that's after tax. So if you're working, you might need to earn $7,000 gross while working,
That's a good point.
because you got to take
That's a
your
good
tax away.
point.
This is after tax. So if you're paying 30 to 40% in your marginal tax rate, that 4,000 is looking more like 5,500 to 6,000 you working, and that could be a whole month's wage for someone.
Yeah, it's hard because sometimes I feel like I'm like with an OLED, that spoiled little rich kid that everyone loves to hate, you know. It's like, oh, you've got an OLED and all that, but it is interesting, like you do have these compelling products that could be worth a purchase. You know, we had the Telefunken in the original video, which was a pretty strong competitor if you're willing to go without HDR. But I'll get a few gaming shots of this Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the next shot, and I think you'll really see the difference. This just absolutely shines when it's time to play games. At the moment, it's like buying a Toyota and a Mercedes. Hey, they're all going to get you to school, they're going to get you to work, but the Mercedes is going to cost you more in the long run. But do you want to drive in style? Do you want to feel like you're sitting in a lounge room, or do you want to feel like you're sitting in a plastic chair at the park when you drive there? Not that there's anything wrong with Toyota. I own a Toyota. They're actually good cars, but you get my point. So I think we'll flick over to the gameplay unless you guys have got any final comments.
No.
I think for me, I think it's experience. I've played on that LG before, the PS5. You remember it. I leave here going, oh, I have fun playing it. And then I go back home playing on a 6-year-old TV, and it's like not as enjoyable. So definitely.
That's the thing. You know?
Yeah, it is interesting because I will talk to people who do have a somewhat modern LCD TV, and I'll talk to them about OLED, and they go, man, my LCD TV is fine. It looks great. But I feel like until you know what you're missing, you don't know. You're ignorantly, blissfully ignorant.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not what
because we know what we know we have the experience already. That's the problem. That's why it's so hard for us to go back to LCD in general. I'm not saying LCD is bad in general, but it is just, you know, when you compare, and we have the luxury here to compare side by side or top to bottom or whatever. Oh, no, OLED forever. You know, that's how it is.
Yeah. Well, let's check out some gameplay, and we'll cut back at the end with the final evaluation. Cool.
Right.
All right. So if you want to go, you can go.
I'll be back later.
I'll be meeting you, man.
Actually,
Do you need me or not?
well, I'm just thinking we'll do a final thing now, and then we'll do a little bit of gameplay shots, and then that's the whole thing wrapped. So just if you don't mind, just so you can say goodbye
Yeah,
on the
nice.
video.
Oh,
So basically now
That's a good
we've sat
point.
down, we've recorded some gameplay, we've critiqued Star Wars Battlefront 2, so I might just say, like, so wrapping up, like, in conclusion, like, unfortunately one of the things is you can't compete with an OLED unless you're with a better OLED.
Yeah.
And then just, yeah, thank everyone for joining us, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of shit, and then wrap it up. I don't know, any other thoughts?
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah, cool.
It's a big day, isn't it? Like this whole
Big day,
editing
man.
thing.
Yeah, big day.
YouTubers,
even edited.
content creation,
So
everything.
what we should do, let's just jump into the game. So
Okay.
the screens are different.
Yeah.
So what I might get you guys to do is both play in a game, and then I'll just kind of talk. I'll invite you into a game, Marcus.
Yeah, for the game, I'm gonna use my phone. Just a big difference when it's like just flat screens. Because I'm at 9% on the
Okay.
camera, yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna use that for the outdoors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. I'll invite you, Marcus. Oh, cancel. What is that?
That looks
one?
good too, though. Look at that.
It does. Yeah, that's wrong. Don't look
Price.
up. Don't look up.
Don't
That's
look
it.
up.
If I just know I would get this if I'm on a budget and get this. But I'm serious. If I can't afford this now, and I would know what let's say I never experienced OLED, and I see this at Adam's place. Oh, and he tells me, oh, that's 4 times more shit. And I say, okay, I have to save. I have to save money. I like
But
to
you
have
can
this.
just see it. It's just a grey wash on that TV. But see, you didn't see that before. Now it's an next one OLED. You go,
Yeah,
oh, it's shit.
that's-
It's washed. Like, look how the colours and the difference in the. It's just. Yeah, anyway.
It's fine on its own, but yeah.
Wait till you see this. You guys play
But-
this.
But you're right, there are
Sorry.
people out there that don't care. They say, no, I'm still not spending 4 times more because I'm
Yeah, you
playing
can't
just
blame
10,
them,
10
man.
hours a week. But then you have your hardcore gamers and they say, oh, no, I need this.
I need it. Even
But
like
even this looks actually now better on the TCL right now.
Oh, take it easy, man.
No. no. No.
Look
Have
at
a
the
look.
black box.
Yeah, the black box, but look at the planet.
there you go, man. Big statement.
Big statement, man.
So what can I do? Okay, now the OLED wins again.
man.
I don't know
So
why.
just use on the OLED. Just stop. Look at if you can back up.
Oh, how can I?
Let that door shut. Can you go forward, Marcus, to where Damien is?
Yeah, how can I?
See, this is what you call HDR impact, where like you've got like a dark area, and then you've got like a really bright, punchy blue light.
Where is he?
You just go forward.
Yeah.
Just take a.
So why? Where's
If you can
the?
go by, just go back a bit so the door will shut.
Oh yeah.
Look at the door and look at the door there.
How can I change to first
See
person?
the difference? Like
L2.
you don't have to zoom in,
L2,
but I'm saying
what was
just
I say L2 like PlayStation, L2, L1.
but if you can just zoom out, yeah. But see like the
No.
brightness, the difference in
L2.
like the color.
I
No
tried,
one's
yeah.
listening to me.
Ah, no, but this is
You're doing it. That's it.
no, but see,
You're in a different character. It's different moves. But yeah, can you see what I'm talking about? So if you let that door shut, can you see how, like the
yeah,
contrast
it's
and the
much
punch?
brighter,
You can
yeah.
see it.
There's not doubt.
It's yeah. It's,
So, but
it's
so I
not
can't
great.
play first person with this camera.
Press and hold down on the
Huh?
D-pad. Press and hold down on the D-pad. Plus you selected a different character class.
So you don't
So
know
yeah,
Marcus.
heavy's
You don't know.
good.
There you go.
When you spawn, just stay still.
Yeah.
So just both hit default. Oh, it's a different spot. Okay. But yeah, you can see here. You're looking at the same thing. Look
No,
at-
you have always this haze. Always the haze.
that's just an inherent.
You know, the
thing.
brighter the picture is, the better it gets on LCD. But if you have this slightly darker picture, there's no
Yeah.
way that it can compete.
Yeah.
And can you see the smearing now?
Yeah.
This is bad. Look at this.
And that's what I was saying. Like when we had this in the shed on its own, this was like, man, this
This
is
is
sick.
good, yeah.
And then as soon as you put it next to an OLED, you're like, man, it's trash.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but you're right.
It
It's
is.
trash.
It is trash. Look how good that picture is, Damo. Like,
Oh,
see
it's
what I
very
mean?
nice. But it just comes down to the time, and like I think if you use this at least twice a week, you sit down, watch a movie, play some games,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Oh, yeah, man. If you're a gamer,
But if
I
you're
think-
playing it once a week,
yeah,
it's getting dated pretty quickly, or maybe not.
yeah. It's just, man, like, yeah, that bottom TV absolutely looks horrible to me now.
For in this game, yes.
In
for
this
sure.
game, that's what I'm saying. This game has very, very good HDR.
This game looks really
It's
nice.
amazing.
I'm recording it here.
Where do I have to go here? I have no
Alright,
idea.
I'll do my outro now while these guys are playing, so Damien can leave and you guys can pack up.
I'll be back tonight, buddy.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, Kyle.
Yep, just a sec.
So is this an online game?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
are
it's
we
online.
playing against
Playing
the-
against AI though.
Ah, this is oh my, you should turn this on before.
That air conditioning is nice.
It's good. It's a little tickle.
It's very cold.
Yeah, that's
It's a really pretty good looking game.
on OLED it is.
This is an old game too.
It's like I was saying to Marcus, it's one of the best HDR games I've ever seen.
I think I never played this
Yeah.
game. I think this is my next HDR review actually. To be very honest.
It's so
No one will watch it because it's a 100-year-old
I'll
game.
watch it, man. It's one of my favourite games. I can see the smearing when you're moving.
It is.
Damon, you guys should swap controllers and have a feel. See if you can feel. Even though they're both 4K 120, it's smeary. That's the only way I can explain it. I don't know if you can feel that or not.
It's not as good as a top TV.
It's not.
You can see it's just 60 FPS, but you know that's still. So kill you, Alex.
Right.
Oh,
It's on.
Alright, well, I'm just thinking so.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
I'm just thinking, well, how should I close this out? Because I don't want it to drag on. I want to be pretty concise. So, because yeah, this second video is going to be reasonably short, I think. Well, we've got a fair bit of meat from that.
Yeah.
First
It'll be like 10, maybe 8 to 12 minutes, probably.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Ready. Okay, 1 sec.
I'll stand here with the boys and I'll move over in a minute.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go for it.
So the boys and I have been playing this for a while now. We've been using the G4 and we've been using the TCL C755, and it kind of gets down to this. OLED is better, but the money is so significant, it's very hard to recommend. Bang for buck, that's the thing. OLED is the king. Nothing comes close. This is just such a better technology for gaming, for videos, for movies, for everything. But can you justify a 3 times cost over an LCD TV? So bottom line is, if these are going to be that kind of price differential, Marcus, I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say. It's just going to be an OLED all day, right? All day. And for you, Damien, like, would you recommend this to your mum? If your mum said, hey, Damien, I want to buy a really good 55-inch TV, and you said these two, and she goes, well, why is that 4,000 and 1,000? Would you recommend it to your mum?
Oh, I'd have to go with the value for money, the $1,000 TV, I believe. Go that cheaper end.
it makes sense.
It does make sense, but the bottom line is, it's just, if you are a gamer or you are serious about movies and content, we just feel that even with the best budget beast we could find in Australia at this time in 2024, the OLED is still the king. However, if you are budget sensitive and you do want the best bang for your buck, the TCL is actually a pretty good value proposition. Just don't put it next to an OLED. So guys, thank you for joining us on this video. This was a new story for us. Thank you very much for Marcus to joining me. He flew in all the way from Adelaide, and thank you for Damien for joining us as well. So thanks guys.
No
And
worries.
look, guys, if you really enjoyed this content, please let me know in the comments. We put so much time, money, effort and energy into this video. So if you did enjoy it, please let us know by liking it, sharing it, because it's going to encourage us to do more with the channel in the future. So thank you guys for joining us. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. So until next time.
Love it.
Cool.
Perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's take care. Bye for now.
Take care. All right. Cool, man.
So we need some shots. You wanna no? Good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a couple shots, but we should be mostly good.
I don't want to do any of that shocked face.
No,
I hate that.
Can I change my shirt?
Change whatever you want, man.
All right, thank
Maybe
you.
we'll just go and grab the TV box outside and we'll just stand with the empty boxes holding them or something like that. Do you want to grab these? We'll take these mics.
Do you want me to come out with the boxes, current hold or not?
They're just empty boxes. It's up to you, man, if you want to be.
Well, I'm just trying to think, I'm going to get changed, I'm going to come back
Go
out
get
this way.
changed, it's cool. I know you're in a time
God,
rush.
it's so nice and warm outside.
Yeah, Turn it off.
19.5. I mean, yeah.
Because I've got to jump.
Yeah, I know, but I'm running around with
Sorry.
this. I change in jumper soon.
We're done now. Man, it's funny because
You're struggling
I'm,
here for the, I'm struggling here.
I'm not just saying this because it's my TV, but like when this was in the garage, I was like, man, this is sick.
Yeah, but because you didn't know what it can do or how it should look like.
That's what I'm just looking at. Like, I'm actually shocked how much I dislike this TV the minute I put it next to an OLED.
Look at this bending. I mean, bending in general is bad on the LG as well. That's unfortunately that's how it is. But this is terrible.
Because, as I said, that's what I'm kind of shocked about. Is like when this was in the shed, I was actually thinking, man, this is a sick TV. But the minute I put it here, I hate this TV now.
Yeah.
I hate it.
No, I would no.
But it's just like, but that's the problem, because when you tell people, man, OLED is king, they go, oh, you're a shill, you've been paid for these reviews. It's like, man, you put you show me any TV, LCD TV, you think is the king, and you put it next to
I had the QL95B next to my CX, and I compared, and I made videos. We can watch it. And I showed also the LG demo, where you have just in the middle, on the left and right black, and you see the halo effects from the local dimming. It's pretty good contrast, compared, but you can see the artifacts. And I said, that's just the CX. Yeah. It's dimmer, you can see it, but the picture, there's no artifacts and whatsoever, it's just nice. And then you have the Starfield screen. I don't know if you have seen this already.
Starfield test.
My Q95B showed those, but very dim.
Yeah,
because it tried to, don't lit up, because it would be terrible.
Yeah.
And the CX, boom.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nah, it's...
So, for those people who are still on my live stream, let's see if we have anyone watching. So we do. So as a little added bonus to say thank you for watching my live stream for so long, I'll take you through... I'll take you through a quick tour. So Vladimir just said, thanks again for the video. I didn't know it would be a long one, but it was fun. I'm glad I stayed to the end. Looking forward to the edited version. Thank you so much, Vladimir. Thank you for the super chat and everything, for staying with us. As I said, just as a little bonus, I'll give you guys a quick tour of my gaming room. So I've got my green Xbox area. I've got a Halo Xbox Series X limited edition. Then I have my Starfield collection, headphones, hard drive, steel case controller, and then the Starfield. I can't remember what that was called. Xbox 20th Anniversary Edition. The Duke replica, so it's a functioning controller. I have pretty much every Xbox controller color you can get. That's the new Xbox controller that's just come out. I've got the Spider-Man collection. I've got a whole bunch of PS5 controllers. A bunch of the new PS5. Those are the chrome ones, and these are the vapor ones for the Xbox, and a blue PlayStation logo. And then I've got basically just a bit of simple artwork in our lounge room. So guys, this is where we've been playing, where we've been chilling. So thank you so much for all of you who have stayed with us until the end. I'm really looking forward to this video, and I'm hoping it gets more than 100 views, because we spent all day, spent a lot of money and a lot of time, and people flew in from far away. So yeah, it's been a mission. And yeah, thank you, Vlad, who's been constantly commenting. Man, that's really cool of you. Thank you very much. So for now, we will end the stream, and please, stay tuned to In Layman's Terms, so we can let you know as soon as we get the video up and running. So once again, thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.